Hello and welcome back to Roll X Play, where we roll dice, we play games. That's right, that's what we do, that's what we're here for. You've joined us for our weekend campaign of Still Hearts. Everyone is here. Say hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Yay! We're all
Amazing.
here.
We're all here. We're all happy
And
to
Max
be
has
here.
had all the caffeine, it sounds like.
I don't drink coffee. If I did,
So it's alcohol.
If Max drinks
Yeah.
coffee, we're cooked. We're done.
We're done. Absolutely.
whenever I'm sat down or drinking coffee, they're the two no-nos. All right, well, since everyone's here, since we're all ready to go and ready to just see what happens in the story now, I'm just going to give us a quick little recap. So, the party has finally arrived in Alakshayr. Some awkward moments questioning their bonds, specifically between Thorn and Sienna, or Thodane and Snowbear, whilst others blossom, such as an intimate moment between Fennel and Ven. As the group navigates for a future together, they find this bond strengthened through a dangerous moment in an abandoned antique storage unit, where they had fought several pitch-black creatures that glow a red and blue. In the storage units, they had delved deeper and deeper underground, finding the sewers themselves filled with all of these creatures and bits of sinew left behind by them. In the sinew and kind of trapped there is one of Thodane's new employees, a secretary of sorts who was captured from the entranceway and brought down into this space. Upon retrieving her and trying to escape quietly, the rope had snapped, and those left down below were left to try and fend for themselves. But as they are one group and they fight together, they had all jumped down and tried to get involved in this fight, where they had come out victorious and had escaped without any casualties. Just a lot of loss of blood, since it was a bit of a tough fight. But as they now find themselves returning back up to the main storage space above, they begin to lick their wounds and try to recover a little bit from some of the fight that had taken place. So, with all of this, I won't describe where you guys are. I'd ask you guys to describe what you're doing and how it's kind of going about as you catch your breath. We'll start off with Cassie.
Yeah, sure. Sorry. Well, first of all, I never said I unshipped it, so am I allowed to do that?
Sure, if you want to.
Okay, great. I was asking because I didn't know if it was gonna let me go or not. So, she unshifts. She goes to what was her name? Samara. I knew it. She goes to Samara and make sure she's breathing and okay, and just sort of like for the rest of the day is kind of keeping her eyes on her, sort of like, I won't even deny it. She looks creepy. She looks creepy, but it's good intentions. It's good intentions, but she just looks like she's just
pulling out a knife.
Yeah, she's just sharpening her knife while looking at Samara, not understanding her intentions. She's just she wants to make sure she doesn't get pulled down again, but she does not look like friendly at all.
Just roll a investigation check for me.
Oh no.
As you're kind of going over investigation or medicine, either one.
Shit at both. Okay. I'll do investigation.
First roll, make it in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
don't.
Close enough.
So, as you're examining her, she's breathing. She seems to be in some state of kind of unconsciousness, it seems. Perhaps the fright itself. You don't see any damage on her from kind of just a quick glance. So she seems to be okay. Kind of slow breath, but yeah, she's just kind of in this daze. Her eyes are closed. Perhaps the shock or something has kind of affected her, and she doesn't seem to be waking up at least. You can see she's now, after having brought her up and settling her down and kind of now giving her some time, you can see that she's beginning to like stir awake, it seems. But for now, she's still kind of eyes closed.
Is she hurt at all? Are there any like cuts and bruises or?
Not that you notice. You kind of look up and down the kind of the exposed arms as well as the neck, the face. Seems to be quite well. The only things that you notice are bits of soot some bits of kind of like charcoaly effect. The reason for that, you gather, is because she was brought through that kind of furnace, that large hearth located on the top floor. But apart from that, no scratches, no bumps. Seems to be okay.
Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, I think Thorn's just looking very creepily at her. Good intentions, just very scary looking.
Okay. How about Ven? Robbie, what's Ven up to?
Oh lord, other than questioning his choices as to why the fuck he went down there, he would probably be checking over Samara to see if she's like okay. Maybe try to like, like tap on the cheek. Like, hey, wake up, please.
This sounds like a medicine check to me. Go for it.
Yeah.
This is what GPs do, isn't it? The
Yep.
guys in the field, they just kind of like grab your cheek and well, it's not working.
Slap. Slap.
Surprise,
A
surprise.
harsh slap, just like a light tap.
Stop slapping my employee.
I'm not slapping her. It's a light tap. No, stop.
Yeah, Ven's not
Wait.
strong enough for that.
Yeah,
Is it
that's
trap?
true. He's mostly just like also looking over his clothes, like
Mhm.
another pair of clothing he just fucking bought, and it's ruined.
Bite marks,
Taking care of his own fucking wounds because he's on half his HP.
So Sienna notices you looking at that. She just goes, "Oh, don't worry. We can wash that out. Like the smell might linger for a while, but we can take care of that. We can take care of that.
I hope.
Laundry detergent. We can
Kind of
fix
like
it."
mending the torn pieces of the clothing.
Okay, so that's kind of you at the moment, just there. You don't see anything with your medicine check as you begin to look over Samara, the same thing as Thorn. You don't come across any damage or any injuries sustained from this. But yeah, Sienna, how about you? What are you up to at the moment?
Sienna's just bustling in between everyone, checking if anyone got hurt, like reassuring, like, okay, can we get out? I think we should get out of here. Like, this water doesn't look very clean. If that gets into the wounds, I have no idea what could happen then, but like that sounds like a bad idea. So, who wants to climb up first?
You're already
can
up.
carry
We're
her.
already up. We're already up.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought we were on the first
No,
level up.
no, no.
Didn't we go down
All the way
two
to the
holes?
top. You did.
Okay,
Yeah. Already,
perfect.
already all the way at the top.
We went up all the holes. Got it. Then, shall we head inside, maybe?
Three of us just cringed at hearing that.
Hey, Leonie.
Sienna, you,
Had a
like, Leonie,
conversation.
you've lost all shaming privileges for when me and Max get back on our bullshit.
I'm getting flashbacks from just before like, hitting record. All over again.
We had a talk. We had
well.
a talk.
So Sienna, you begin to look over everyone, and you can see that. Could everyone just give like their general hit points just to show how hurt you are? So with...
I'm on max somehow.
please no.
No, he's skipping.
Fuck's sake, we just had a talk. We just went over it. Can we not do this for
This is
5
the horniest
fucking
episode.
seconds?
And I thought blue balls
Five
from last episode. Was
Seconds. For 5 fucking seconds. For 5 seconds. Can we just not?
Look,
I'm on
Here's the thing, if I
39,
said I'm
25.
on max HP, someone was going to twist that into initials, okay?
Oh my god.
What?
I'm at 12, so, you know,
oh shit!
12
Oh,
HP.
God.
Thank you, Frey.
Hey, you
I'm
survived.
I did.
Yeah, be thankful, Leonie. Jeez.
It's your fault you weren't here. I'm at a 24 out of 36. So I'm at 24.
I'm at 20 out of 39.
Okay, so Sienna, you're looking around at everyone, and you're in the worst shape. So you just see Sienna walking over. "Oh, are you okay?" Half her face is like melting off. Is
Yeah.
anything? Are you look a bit unwell.
I think.
But she was going, okay, we should go inside and make some tea, because I'm hurting, you also look like you're hurting, so we should go inside.
I'm gonna. Thorn's gonna go over to Sienna and just she's gonna put out her hand and instinctually, like she doesn't even notice this happens. Her whole palm sort of turns black and she touches Sienna's shoulder and then she casts the healing thing that I don't have it right now, but the healing thing
the
that
healing
I-
hands.
Yeah, and doesn't even realize she's doing it, but she sort of realizes that she's doing it, and then she takes her hand away and she starts rubbing it off. But there's no mark on Sienna, or if there is a mark, it fades away really quickly.
As soon as
As that happens, you feel this kind of warmness on your shoulder, and the kind of like when you walk in a room that's already been fumigated, there's like an after smell that's just kind of laden into the furniture that you have. On this, kind of like a smell that's always been there, but you only notice it now. A smell of kind of a floral scent, a very powerful floral scent of like roses.
Okay.
That's interesting.
As soon as you move your hand away, Thorn, Sienna just quickly grabs it and just squeezes it and smiles at you. Just like, thanks. And then let's go.
Yeah. She's like trying to wipe it off. She's like doesn't know what that was. It was just instinctual. Like her hand is like still sort of like her palm is like still sort of black, and it fades away. But she's just like, what the fuck?
Okay, so that's you guys. How about Fennel? What's Fennel doing?
Not too dissimilar to Ven, to be fair. You know, all the disgusting sewer water, just that he feels really icky. He's not hiding it in his face either.
Oh man, the fucking pretty princesses are like, oh no, my clothes, and it's like everybody.
Hey, for someone who lives in water, going into sewage is particularly bad.
We know how Fennel feels about
Fresh water.
Fresh water. What does he feel about sewage water?
He's disgusted. He's like, I can't believe I've subjected myself to this. This is the worst thing to happen.
It's
How
the
can you
most
guys get your
man-made.
water like this? How can water get like this? You guys are disgusting.
Yeah. Like we shit in the water we breathe, and it's not as bad as this.
That just reminds me. There's a Batman comic where Aquaman goes into Gotham's Bay, immediately
poor
jumps
guy.
the fuck out, and is just there like, "What have you done?"
That's what the Joker's shit smells like.
Okay.
Okay, if you could also, as you're kind of doing the same as Ven, if you could also roll a medicine check as you're just next to him, observing the slowly moving corpse.
Slowly.
That is
moving
cemetery.
So what?
By the way, while that's happening, can I like shape water, the sewage water, out of our clothes?
What the fuck, guys?
Guys!
What
Guys,
the fuck?
please!
It just gets
Can
lower
we
and lower
not?
with each roll.
You've literally rolled
Can we
8
not?
We literally roll the same thing.
Can we fucking not? Oh my god.
Twinsies! Oh my god.
We're both equally just like, don't give a shit.
Oh.
We're both miserable.
This has got off to a great start.
It is, isn't it? Glad we're getting the rolls
Yeah.
out now.
Yeah, get the bad ones out now.
You
That's
feel,
if that
see
ever
the same
worked.
things as Ven did, but you also feel your clothes begin to scrunch together, and all of the kind of sewage water, the splashes, everything else, a bit of blood as well that had been splattered around, all begins to get wringed out by Ven as they're just kind of like beginning to soak out all of the water from your clothes,
Nice.
and from everyone in general.
Drop it in the hole, back in the awful, awful hole.
Burn it.
Just water, burn water.
Well, that was Vince's
Burn the
idea,
water.
yeah.
There's a way, I'm sure.
I mean,
Everything
yeah.
evaporated.
Yeah.
I've got prestidigitation. I could have gotten rid of all of that
We didn't
Well,
do
what are you
too much.
doing then? What are you waiting for?
because I was waiting for my turn.
I'm kidding.
My turn. He was being polite, unlike some of you.
Wow.
So if you
Okay, is there anything else that you'd like to do for Nell? Whilst this is happening, we're just going to...
Not really. I think as all the water comes away, and a bit of relief, and looks around, looks at Sienna, like, oh, you look like shit.
Oh, thanks.
That is so
You too.
mean.
You did really well down there, but oh, you look terrible.
Hmm.
think
But
we all
nothing
need-
a shower and a good dinner won't fix, so.
I think Thorn has her blade out. Just like say that again. I dare you.
Put that away. Put that away.
And how about Thodane? What are you up to?
Yeah, mostly, checking on, that employee.
Samara.
We're
Yeah,
all
like
of your employees. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, but the rest of you dove head first into a conflict, and Samara didn't.
Hey,
ask
maybe
me.
she did too. You don't know. Maybe that
That's
was the
true.
scream of
She
terror.
did.
Maybe
there was
she
"Who's
dove in
you?"
herself. We don't
It
know.
was
There
a
were
battle
drag
cry.
Yeah.
We don't know if they were hers.
Yeah, I think I can safely say that's unlikely. So yeah, can I try a medicine check to make sure she's
Sure, you
breathing?
can. Yeah.
Let's go for the 5.
Come on for the 5.
No!
No, I guess.
Damn it, Jack!
I got a
Still not
9.
greatest.
I
not
hit double
greatest.
digit.
9.
So with a 12, and you see the same thing as everyone else. There's no real markings or anything left behind that you notice. But yeah, she's stowing awake now. With all of the kind of chatter back and forth, the water splashing around, sometimes hitting her. You see her eyes begin to wake up. What's going on?
There was a bit of a pest problem
Situation.
and and you were unconscious. Don't worry, we're just getting you back to rights. How you feeling? Like, anything hurting or at all?
No, I feel okay. I only remember I wanted to have a look at the storage unit just to make sure that everything was okay. But as soon as I opened it, I saw this like a shadow of sorts just reach out for me. I don't really know anything else.
Yeah, no,
It's a bit harrowing.
I imagine so. Like, first of all, you just take it easy. You can take the day, or take tomorrow as well. Just get back to rights. We've had a look at the situation, and we'll be sorting that out as much as we're able to. Might have to call in a specialist.
I don't need any time off. I'm completely fine. In fact, I'm quite the opposite. I'm quite excited. What do you think it was?
Now, can I do a check to see if I actually know what that was?
Sure. You can roll a history check if you'd like.
History. No.
Too vague.
Can any of us help him with
explanation,
that
really.
by pointing out stuff
Oh.
that we noticed about the creatures?
Well, I was gonna make
And
one
going,
suggestion
oh yeah,
for
and
their
did you see
name.
that and that?
I was gonna make a suggestion for their name, but we were all gonna turn into just a group of 5-year-olds and start giggling. So I'm not.
Well, with that, I'm gonna have to go. There were these blue balls. Some of them were red.
Yeah, that was it. That's exactly what it was.
I don't remember seeing any colors. It was just a dark black shadow. The only thing I can describe it is it looked a bit like a dog. I don't know. Odd. I don't really know.
Yeah, they did look kind of like dogs, the big ones, but the small ones were like round,
I think
like
those.
clam shells.
I think those might have still been the small ones after that last one that flew by.
We're not gonna talk about that. I don't want to think about that. That's gonna haunt me at night, so we're not gonna think about that.
No, we're gonna think
Can we,
about
like,
that, 'cause
Hire somebody to take care of them? Is there?
I'd at least like to report that to the city because
yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
I mean, it's their sewers, so it's really their problem.
it's gonna be our problem if we don't fix up that hole.
Oh yeah, we should fix up all the holes.
I have heard there's been a bit of an epidemic recently. The creatures that have a bit of a glow to them, running around alleyways and in bins and stuff. I've never
Sewers.
seen one, but I've heard of them being around. Is that what you saw?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
checks
sounds
out.
about right.
Yeah, that that's quite similar.
Okay. Well, I think they're quite common. I'm just surprised that they're seen in buildings. I hear that they're mostly kind of around at night, skulking, hiding in the dark, that sort of thing. So surprised to see them here. That hole, I imagine, was where they came from, perhaps?
Seemed like it.
Yeah, they look that way.
Okay, well, yes, definitely need to get that fixed. I'll be sure to contact our manager, employer. What should we call her? Does she have business partner? Is she a business partner of yours today?
Just call the boss lady. Yeah, if I'm not calling her by name.
Okay, boss
It's
lady.
it's a fairly casual thing. She's an investor, but yeah, we're friendly. So
Matron? Patron?
I mean, yeah, patron's what I'd say if I'm in polite company. No offense to Sienna. No offense to Sienna there.
What?
Okay. I see there's a little bit of tension here. I'm okay. I'm going to head off and start getting things prepared. I'm going to organize someone to close up that hole down there and make sure that none of these little runts get back up. I'll also contact the boss lady to see what's going on there. You have this conversation back and forth, and then you see someone by the shutter beginning to kind of open it and move through. You see two figures. You see the kind of late 40s figure, the patron, the boss lady that you were speaking of, Marina Smitten. You see she's kind of like poking her head underneath and kind of looking through. Meanwhile, another individual, kind of a plump-looking man, maybe in his early 40s or so, balding, hair down the sides. You see he kind of like leans down. You hear clanging, like tinkering things on his clothing, just kind of jangling back and forth. He kind of like leans down and begins to look under. Hello, is everything all right in there?
Go. Yeah, there's the music go. Yeah, when come in, infestation. Well, it kidnapped Samara.
I'm terribly sorry that this has happened to you. I did inform Marina that there was some things laying in here. Hold on, let me get in there. Can we lift this thing up?
Yeah, I'll just go and help him with that.
I will also try and help because I think I'm more effective than they.
How dare you?
You both move. The shade this episode is fucking unreal.
I apologize to Sienna because Sienna's the closest to polite company. I was insulting everyone else.
Oh, it sounded like you were insulting Sienna.
Anyway, Sienna mostly lifts it up as it got slightly stuck in its fold. But as you lift it all the way up, you can see this man now present. He has a bit of like a hunchback to himself. He just kind of like looks up towards you, Sienna. Stands at about 4'5", 5 foot. He's human, but he's just quite on the shorter side. He just kind of looks up to you. Oh, thank you. My back has done terrible work after all of the bits of cleaning and stuff that I've done on furniture. So thank you for that. Again, I'm so sorry that you had to experience this. I was trying to get some pesticides and stuff, but I think they ate through most of them. I understand that there's been a bit of a problem in here for a while. So you've actually saved me having to hire someone to do it for me. Is everyone all right? I see some things are on fire over there. What happened?
So about that, Bernie, solved would be an exaggeration. Turns out they're in the sewers, and they're bigger, and then they got even bigger.
Oh, no, that's not a good thing at all. We want them to stay smaller, so we can just punt them around. Okay, and you had to deal with them, I imagine, with, I can see, a bit of force.
Yeah, we tried to, not do too much damage in case there's anything in here you wanted to keep, but there was a few of them, and then we went down into the sewers, like I said, and it looks like a bigger problem. We were going to inform like the city itself because I think this needs like an actual concerted effort beyond just a exterminator.
Well, the problem in the sewers, everyone knows about that. It's common knowledge. It's mainly just to try and patch up the holes and move on with your life, really, and try not to aggravate them. But the people have sent down envoys to try and get rid of them, but they keep growing, so it's kind of just left as is, really. So I wouldn't really worry about it too much. But you've done me a great service. I still have to clear all of this out. It'll take me quite a while to do that. But I hear that Mourinho has offered it to you, and I completely agree. You're more than welcome to take this over. It will just take some time to remove all of the furniture here, and to, I assume, that's your blood I need to clean out.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just going to prestidigitate the blood off the.
Excellent. The tapestries here are one of a kind, so I don't really want a blood mark stained. Not yours, at least. The original ones can stay there. It gives character.
Oh, yeah, the murder tapestries. Yeah, I remember them. Yeah.
Yes. Plenty of detective novels have mentioned them in the past. But nonetheless, we're going to patch up this hole, right? You see, he kind of looks over to Samara, and she gives a stern nod. Excellent. Well, seeing as I was going to pay someone to do this for me anyway, I may as well give you some coin. And you see, he begins to fumble in his bag. Let's see what I have here. That pocket's empty. That pocket's empty.
But inside pocket, you always keep your stuff in your inside pocket.
Inside pocket. Also empty.
I mean, look, you just get to clear out some stuff. You don't need to. Don't worry about it. If you
No. How about this? You clearly are adventurers, or is this a new thing that you're doing, Marinia? No, I am trying to. This is Thordain's business. He can do whatever he likes with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I don't want to judge on what you are, but instead, seeing as you find yourself in precarious situations such as this, you need somewhat of a bit more protection, or something to give you a bit more aid to fight these things if you're going to be delving into the sewers anytime soon, which I do not recommend. There's a place that I know. They dealing magic items. I could give you a discount from there. I have close relationships with them. So if you want to go over and purchase something, I don't have the coin on me now, but they will reduce quite a bit the items that they have for sale. So if that's of interest.
But Benny, that sounds more than agreeable. Yeah, much appreciated.
Okay, then I'm just going to go over into this corner and make sure that everything's fine. And he just begins to walk over, and you hear him opening up drawers. Marina just stands by the door.
Need any help moving anything? Just okay, he's gone.
Yes, certainly, I will. Thank you. Could you help me with this? And he just begins to turn around. How much time are you willing to spend with him, Sienna? Because he is going to ask for your help with everything.
Everything? Holy shit. Well, let's say it like that. I am still very hurt, so I imagine I'm still actively bleeding. So I imagine I help him a bit, and then I just notice.
For fuck's sake.
Just at some point I notice, I'm ruining stuff by dripping on it, so that might be a concern.
I think
and then I go
Thorn-
politely okay, I'm
just
gonna
think
go back
Thorn
to the other
pulls
side
you
now,
away.
so-
Thorn
Yeah,
pulls you away.
if one of us is going to stop you from doing that before you could get an hour into it and go, oh yeah, no, I'm grievously
No, I'm
bleeding.
gonna stop her before she even starts helping. I'm like, no, you're bleeding. What is wrong with you?
It's merely a stab wound, it's fine.
Go sit. Go sit.
Yeah. Bernie, let us have a little bit of a rest and have a brew or something, and then we'll come and give you a hand. How about that?
Of course, yeah. Take your time, relax, do whatever you have to do. I'll just be here for a couple of hours, just sorting some things out. You see, he just grabs the smallest of like teacups and places it on top of a shelf, and then goes to the next one,
God.
place on top
This
of another
fucker.
shelf.
Who the
He
fuck
then
is this
adjusts.
guy?
He then adjusts that teacup that he put there,
I hate it.
and then adjusts it back to where it was.
I already know.
And then he goes off and does some other stuff.
Yeah, Bernie's good people. I'm just going to Mourinho and just go, should I hire somebody to like actually sort this out and take it somewhere?
Yes, yes, if you could. And actually, Samara, if you could just make sure that you can find some people to move them to the other storage units, that would be perfect. And Samara just nods. Of course, yeah, no problem. Just leave him to do this. He likes to just waste time. So just leave him here. He'll enjoy himself doing the little moving of teacups.
Yeah, I mean, look, he looks like he's having a blast.
It does.
It's fine by me. They mentioned a brewery. That sounds good.
Yeah, tea. I mean, we got coffee as well.
Oh.
Right now, it's like 11 in the morning.
Well, after
We
that,
just went through that.
I'm not gonna lie, I could maybe need a physician first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty spent too.
Is there a doctor slip?
That's exactly what I'm hoping. Like,
Doctor,
anything like that.
There are some places around the city for certain injuries. They're mainly located next to the augmentation shops that you see around, mainly because there's kind of like subsections of places in the city itself. There's places where there are repair shops for the hover bikes that you've seen flying around, as well as the exoskeletons that people wear. Other things that are kind of entwined with that is kind of augmentation shops. And as well, there's always like a first aid healer of some kind, always there, because there's always something happening. Someone's getting stuck in hydraulics, or something goes awry and thus need to be healed over because of it.
So wait, you're telling me we can find a back alley doctor? No problem.
Yes.
Amazing.
We don't want a
Love
back
this
alley
movie.
doctor.
I mean,
You don't.
do you really want to go?
I
don't
just
want a back alley
we just need to
doctor.
get patched up. We just need
I mean-
someone to put a fucking
I'm looking for
band-aid on us.
Like, does Sienna really want on her medical record got her shit kicked in by blue balls?
No. But they also
have
don't
medical
have a medical record.
Can't- They can't call them
Got
that.
it.
They keep
Can't
track
call
of that
them that.
here.
That can't be their official name. We're not calling them that.
Especially because they're not all blue, some of them are red. Would be kind of,
Colorful
Right.
balls is not better, so
No, don't call it red! Oh!
Let's just
Why would you
move on.
say that?
move
Why
on,
would you
please.
say
Let's move on. Let's find a doctor, for fuck's sake. Let's move on.
Okay, yeah,
Let's
we're
just
finding
go.
a doctor.
Yeah, this is
Sure.
bollocks. This.
All right.
Shut the fuck up.
Can't tell if that was Robbie
done.
or Ben.
I'm done. Then
These
wouldn't
jokes are
say the
going-
bad word.
These jokes are going balls to the wall, guys.
Max, I am going to fucking strangle you. Shut up.
Okay, so as you begin to look for someone to heal over your wounds, you do see Marina just kind of looks over you. If you're looking for someone who can try and heal the scars that you have gotten, I know a couple of people who might be able to help you. Some places of healing require cost, or you could try and go to someone else and maybe get you in the know, if you know what I mean.
Back alley doctor.
No, what?
That's it.
Sarah's just shaking her head, going, "No, what does she mean?" Leaning over to Thordain, just what is she talking about?
Well, you see, is she talking about back alley medicine or like a private clinic?
Yeah. Someone's just like, can you write the name of this person down?
You want some drugs, kids?
Or just,
That's what this is giving.
Rock
like-
campaign, rock campaign.
look, Fawn's going to need a prescription for the tiger problem. So let's find the special one.
And no one better than to go to than a back alley doctor. For
Hand
Santa.
We already got drugs
ibuprofen.
for Thor's problem.
Not enough. Not enough. You got me one pill.
Yeah, because he wouldn't get me more.
Jesus.
We all
This
have
back eye doctor's the
Anyways.
fucking merchant from Resident Evil 4.
Can
I'm
we
gonna be
please get
saying.
directions to a normal doctor?
Yes, of course. Just if you go down the road and head over to the kind of merchant sector, there is a bit of a doctor's employee there. He's not really an official doctor per se, but he deals in medicine and semi-retired at this point. But you can go to them and they will be able to help you out.
Just bleeding all of the marketplace, you know, as we're going. Like a blood trail. Okay. It's not that bad, it's not that bad.
I mean,
Okay,
most of us
so-
probably know how to do base patch-up jobs, so
Yeah,
imagine
I
we're
feel
already,
like Ben would know.
taking care of some of the injuries we have.
You, as you're saying all of this, you just hear from down below with this roiling voice, "Well, I can sort you out."
Where did that come from?
Snow
What do
Bear.
you think,
You
bro?
see Snow Bear.
Where is no?
Oh.
Is he just? But you say
Yeah.
down below. Did we
Yeah.
forget him? Not an asshole. Or is he-
Oh yeah,
Is
we
that-
No, no,
did. We did punt him
No.
down.
Snowbear is always down below.
Yeah,
just
he's always
very
below
short.
you.
Okay.
I
I
gotta
was just
be
making
honest.
sure that's what he meant.
I'm gonna be honest. I totally forgot about the voice in Snow Bear. So I was like, "Who is this random man in our house?"
There's
Nope, it's just
like
a
a hat
fucking-
laying randomly appeared in our
Yeah, I
house.
was like, "Who the hell are you? Why are you here? Get out!"
Please tell me I didn't make Snowbear like a master surgeon at one point as a kid,
You
and he's got
did.
those
You
skills.
said that.
did.
Fucking
You
100%
did.
Yeah,
You did.
that checks out actually. Yeah,
So,
at
like-
the very least, he's the fucking coroner who's going like time of death.
A mortician.
Yeah,
Sienna just glances down at the bed, goes, as in you can actually heal us, or you can, you did it when today was a kid.
see the
Do
way his
something.
magic seems to work means that the answer would be yes to both because
Uh-huh.
he seems to, any game we played and I said he could do a thing, he seems to be able to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I know, but that doesn't actually qualify him.
Well, it doesn't sound like he went to medical school.
Yeah, but he's made with divination magic, so he could maybe divine the knowledge. It's when we're not quite so grievously injured, we'll let him have a proper go. Is that all right?
All right.
'Cause
Yeah, no,
if it-
that sounds fair.
yeah. Let's just hedge a bit. No offense, no. It's just like most of the time you were looking at imaginary corpses. So
Also, you don't have a hand. You don't have hands or fingers.
He kind of like thinks for a moment.
How would you stitch something?
carefully.
He just continues to think.
It makes me wonder that now he's
You're having an
thinking, "Man, I
existential
should put
crisis."
hands
I'm doing the bear grace, not a grace.
Are we
Oh,
gonna
no.
Are we gonna get Snowbear like one of his exoskeletons at some point?
Oh my god, that's
That would be
horrifying.
amazing. That would be amazing. I'm so down for that.
That
but
would
actually,
not
Five
be
Nights at
amazing.
Freddy's
It'd be
over
so
here.
funny.
What the
No.
hell?
It would be so
That implies
funny.
there's kids in there. Don't. Anyway,
Ugh.
let's just go to that doctor, okay? Please.
Doctor. Turururu.
Okay, you arrive around the marketplace. You can see some shops. It's busy. It's early doors, so this is when everyone gets early pickings and try to get the most out of the market spaces to try and get the deals of the day. But you kind of take a little side turn at one point and find this kind of small-looking shack within a layer of buildings that are just interconnected. It stands out a little bit more as you can see there is a bit of like a porch, a walkway that leads indoors, small door. It looks like a residential home for anything else, but you can see there is a small chair located on that porch, and kind of sat there at the moment you see this very kind of heavy brow dragonborn. Kind of, you can't really see their eyes. Their brow extends further than what you can see through the eyes themselves. Silver in scales, but slightly lost its patina and shine. You see he's just kind of sat there in this chair, looking forward. has a pipe in the side of his mouth that he's breathing in. And he just exhales. He sees all of you approach. This seems to be the right spot that Marina had guided you to. And he just kind of looks all of you. So, what I see here is you've had a bit of a run-in.
Yes, very aggressive rats.
Very aggressive rats, they say. Uh-huh.
I mean,
All right.
some of them are doggish.
Really?
Dog.
I thought they looked more like rats.
Yeah, the smaller ones were rat size, and then there were the bigger
The
ones. which
sewer
were-
monsters, whatever they are.
Ah, the dust mites? Yeah, I know
Oh,
about
is that what they're
them.
called? Huh.
Yeah, come on, come inside. It's getting a bit busy out here. Come on. He stands up and he begins to enter and lead you guys in.
Is this Benoit Blanc as a dragonborn?
Fuck's sake.
I'm sorry.
Well, I
Bad.
say.
I
as
was
he's-
like,
As he's guiding you in, he just begins to kind of announce, "We have some guests in here. Don't worry about them. We're just gonna patch them right up." As he's guiding you through, please, I mind the bit of a dirty scene. I don't tend to have many guests nowadays. He just guides you through a nice, lovely-looking walkway as you enter. The hallway itself is got many hangers, coats, jackets just piled on top of them. It's a little bit messy, but not uncleanly. There's stairs leading up to like a second floor where you can hear like dozens of footsteps just kind of like moving around, people kind of like shouting, squealing, all sorts of sounds happening above. But he just continues to walk forward. Please, in here, in here. It takes you into this kind of large, what looks like a kitchen area. Many plates on the table that are being kind of eaten and left kind of with crumbs. He just picks the cloth underneath, wraps it up into a bow, and then just hoists it off and then places it away. You hear some of the pots and the plates just smash as he drops them to the side. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, me would be lovely.
Yeah, all of us just look to see it.
yeah, like, push her forward.
Please, ma'am, if you could just place yourself on the table. You see he begins to kind of turn around and pick up some apron. You see he picks up some utensils, places them in his side. Just a small first aid kit by his side as well. At one point, you see him grab a few knives and utensils. Then he kind of looks at them, and one of them has a bit of jam on it. Oh, don't worry, this is breakfast. And he just begins to wipe it against the cloth. Puts it back into his lapel. All right, so what is it we're doing here? Are we going to be removing any limbs, or is this just...
No. I was just hoping to stop bleeding. And I imagine that most of the damage is like to our hands and to our forearms. Because, those things were... I think they were biting us and stuff.
Yes, they were.
Right,
some
so
of them
she
were
said she just removes her
cannonball
outer layer,
as
so
well.
she's left no armor, and then she's like, my arms! And just the entirety of her arms is just covered in like bites and claw marks.
And a fair amount of splinters on account of some friendly fire at one point.
That fire burns,
Well, you've really been through it. I'll be sure to make all of these wounds look nice and clean. The thing is, when it comes to creatures down below, you want to be careful that there's no remnants left behind. These things are a nasty bite. Yeah, but some parts of them can be useful in certain situations.
Really?
As he begins to kind of go through your wounds and kind of take out some of these needles, pins, things that have just been scattered throughout you, you see he begins to kind of almost collect in this tray by his side. You hear several things just clang in there. Perhaps some teeth or something have been left behind in you. And at one point you see one of them just gives a slight glow. As he pulls it with a tweezers and kind of looks at it and shows the rest of you, you see the blue glow of a tooth from one of these creatures. And he just says, now you see, you ran into one that's infused with magical abilities. You want to be careful when you're going up against these, especially if you're someone who likes to shoot magic out of their hands. nasty bit of stuff. And he just places it back inside.
Would you maybe be... Sorry?
Go for it.
Okay. Would you maybe be interested in keeping those as payment for your services?
Oh,
Unless they're not as valuable as...
no payment needed. This is just part of a service I like to do. I'm retired at this point, so I just like to help people out if they need it. And you guys certainly need it. You're just lucky you made it out. I've heard people have been going down there trying to remove all of this pests, whatever they call them, the dust mites themselves. Some don't make it. Rest in peace. Well, a lot of the time they come back and they end up like you, big scars and a lot of damage. If they're not treated properly, then they end up being infected, and sometimes you got eggs laying inside you, and that's a big no-no.
Oh!
Unless you're a spider, you do not want eggs in you.
No.
So we'll make sure we remove all the things that don't need to be in there. Okay?
Yes, please.
All of us are now rechecking ourselves for bites.
Why?
At one point, Sienna, you're completely healed over. You feel all the wounds taken out, and he begins to apply this balm against your wounds. Over time, you will be healing 1 HP every minute or so. So by the time everyone finishes with theirs, you will be fully healed. And pretty much the same for everyone else. One by one, you come round. He begins to heal those of you who need it. As he's like going through everything, he kind of looks over at Thordane for a second. So, did you just send these guys down there and just watch?
Well, one, I'm a ranged fighter, and for another, we were meant to run away, but then everyone else jumped back down the hole.
Yeah, that was really on us.
Yeah. Sure.
Understood.
Right. There was a moment where I was, me and Fennell here were the only two down there, which was terrifying, but I just got lucky for the most part.
Well, son, there's no such thing as luck, really. You got out of the way and you kind of
I did tell
yourself.
him. I did tell him to go.
Well, that's a good man right there, guys. You see that? That's what you call a team player. Not just
we
sitting
jumped
behind
down to
and
get
watching.
him.
Oh, all of you did a great job.
We got rid of some of them.
We managed to survive. That's
true.
That's good enough.
After
Well, I
seeing
don't think
Fennel
you
get
made a-
so many... Sorry.
Go for it.
I was gonna say, I think Thorn seeing Fennel get so many compliments, she just gives him the stink eye. Just like, motherfucker. Just to herself.
I did notice something while fighting them. In case you ever run into them for whatever reason. They do seem to be weak to thunder and loud noises.
He gives a nod. Yeah, seems to be the thing that all of the people who go down are holding, wielding, whatever you want to call it, making sound. They're sensitive ears for creatures who don't really have ears. How does that work? I've never really had the chance to dissect one myself. I've only ever seen the remnants of them. But thunder, as well as mind powers, whatever you call that, that seems to be a bit of a strong choice against these things. Sometimes they feel afflicted, sometimes I've also heard there's voices, like a hive mind of sorts. So if you do start delving into a brain of one of these things, be careful. Loud voices, and a lot of them can be a bit distracting.
What you're saying is that Ferdane has the exact power set to counter these things because I have psychic and thunder damage, and that's it.
Maybe.
Just telepathically, just every few minutes go meow, 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 and go insane.
I'm just gonna start whenever I'm near a sewer grate, just start mentally, like, psychically screaming.
Just like fucking rickroll them every time.
The most like plain face, and then it's just Mind horrors.
Fuck's sake.
By the way, I do want to say if the guy isn't keeping the glowy parts he's taking out of us, then Sienna's definitely collecting them.
Just
If we ever
roll
made a Swift, this might be neat.
roll a d10 twice. So 2 separate rolls.
I
of
will
d10.
roll a d10 twice. Why am I rolling a d10 twice?
Why?
8
Ooh, okay.
and 5.
Okay.
Why are you rolling a cow?
Out of all of you, you
Oh.
have 8 of those blue, like fangs teeth, as well as 5 red ones. So 8 and 5. So write that down.
Yes, sir.
But he begins to clean up each one of you. And at one point, do all of you go up except for Thodane because he doesn't need healing?
I feel like Vin's hesitant.
I mean, Thorn goes up after saying that Sienna, was better. Although she's giving a lot of side glances to this doctor. Just like, whatever. If Sienna's fine, then I'll go.
How's Thorn keeping up with all the side glances she's giving?
Unless you're a bad
I should keep it
eyesight.
fresh.
Like,
At this point,
at this point, is
she's
Thorn
gonna
even
have-
capable of looking forwards? You have to walk out and angle everywhere.
It's
At this
always
point-
a side eye.
She's straining her eyes, so she's getting a headache at this point.
You know those paintings where it's like an illusion that no matter where you look at them, it looks like yeah, that's it. That's happening.
Thorn's eyes
Yes.
are like one's going that way, one's going that way. It's
No,
reversed
my eyes are
outside.
actually like that. Stop. Stop. Not like that at all.
Someone needs to paint Thorn as the Mona Lisa.
No,
with eyes that track.
no. Robbie, don't.
You want me to paint the Mona Lisa? Get off me.
We want you to paint the Mona Cassie.
No, please don't.
As he's kind of going through your wounds, Thorn, you see there is a moment where he sees some of the scars that you have, but he doesn't mention them. He doesn't touch them. He doesn't kind of go anywhere near them. But he just goes around them if necessary. At that point, you just hear this kind of like a heavy breath just exhale outwards, and all of you watch as this silvery powder just begins to flood out from his nostrils and begins to cover areas of Thorn's back. As the powder hits against your skin, one quite not evident but a clear scar from long ago, you watch as that powder itself almost finds itself orbiting around it and then pushes its way deep into that crack. You don't feel any pain. The rest of you watch as that powder just begins to flutter away, and left there is just the same skin tone as the rest of Thorn. The scar completely heals over.
Was it the bite mark on my shoulder?
It was partial of that.
Okay.
He kind of doing that, doesn't really say much else, and just continues to heal the rest of your wounds, and then you're ready to go.
I think everyone just stared at Thorn for a reaction, and then when she didn't react, everyone just okay, we're good.
We're not good for another combat. Okay, like we have spell slots.
Yeah, I think she was like like if she saw this mist and stuff, she wasn't really like pulling away, but she was just like edging away, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Cool.
But he finishes with you. Next, I imagine Fennel.
Sure.
He begins to go over yours, clean out the wounds, anything necessary. It does seem to have a bit of a slower time with you as he's kind of like looking and he's like unsure because he's probably never seen a Triton or had to heal one over, so he's kind of bit more slower and careful with you. Every so often you see he's kind of like licking his lips.
Oh, come on!
Nice.
Bro.
But he then finishes with you, and then Ven, you are the last one. If you wish to,
Oh lord. He kind of like carefully approaches, sits on the table, chair, whatever it is.
table.
Table. Where are his wounds again? Like just mostly the arms, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. He rolls up the sleeves then.
He, at one point, has a bit of a. He goes in to start the process, but then kind of pulls back for a moment. He looks at you, and then continues.
Oh.
You see, there's almost the same hesitation as he had for Fennel, where he's a bit more slower with the process. And he just begins to heal over the wounds.
But like,
I am in
Oh,
stun by
because I was
disguise, by
gonna-
the way.
yeah, I think it's because of the disguise. So
Can I see
when we saw it was a
why
disguise.
he
and I was like,
hesitated? Was
Oh.
it like because of disguise or?
You can roll an insight check if you want.
Yes, I will.
What's this guy's name again? Did you get a name?
He hasn't
We
said
didn't,
no one's
we didn't.
asked.
22.
Fuck!
He also hasn't asked us. This is a small encounter. We don't need to know this guy's name.
Oh, maybe
We'll never see him again.
We might
Maybe
see him
he's the
again.
only backward-
22.
Listen,
You've just
We'll figure
invoked. He's the big
We're
bad
going to
now.
adopt
Yeah,
every NPC.
we're not.
That's what you think.
Uh-huh.
You tried to adopt the fucking robot in the fucking
It was
airship.
cool.
Hey, let me
Shut
see
up.
what's in this guy's brain. Shut up, everyone. Shut up.
I'm sending you a message.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're
what?
getting a message.
Aw.
Secret time.
Damn
Screw you
it.
guys. You don't get to know. I get to know. Haha.
Just
I
gonna
mean, you
say,
can tell
And it's
us.
just gonna be like he knows all of your secrets. You're
Yeah,
dead.
yeah,
Every
the-
single
I'm-
one.
there's nothing here. Act suspicious though.
Totally not.
Suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Be
Oh,
suspicious.
wait, but
What?
hold on.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that exact.
That was
hold
Fun
on, wait.
reaction.
Wait,
wanna know.
Max, how do we
hold
how
on,
do we
guys.
roll this?
Well, you know.
Well, yes. Me,
What?
Robbie
You know
knows.
that he knows. but
Ben
he doesn't know
doesn't
that you
know.
know he knows.
What?
Oh, okay.
But the first thing explains the second thing, pretty much.
Yes, yeah. Got you.
It's your
Ben just kind of gives him a look of like, please don't say anything. You know, the like.
Mm-hmm. He
Ah.
doesn't. You see, when after kind of like examining each one of you and going over your words, he doesn't say anything. He's going through the process with quiet. Through this quiet, you are hearing the loud shouting above. At one point, you hear "Quiet!" You just hear that, and all of it just stops. Not from him, not from any of you, from above, and then the sound's just gonna like completely pack in.
God.
But he just continues as if that's like normal procedure, and then eventually you're all healed up. Then
Yay!
Man, now I want
Thank
to do
you.
a check on Ven. I want to know what the fuck's happening. Oh, wow,
I don't know if anyone would
That was
notice that.
interesting.
So.
Curious.
Man just kind of stands up, thanks him. I didn't catch your name.
well, you didn't ask for my name.
Oh,
so-
what is your name?
He looks over. Saren is my name.
Sarah?
Saren.
Sarah, okay.
I'll fucking send it through.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Max.
God,
Dr.
Some of
Sarah, got it.
we don't need to get a fucking Wikipedia article on every NPC.
Well,
Yes, we
at least
do.
didn't know what his
You just said
name
we
is.
didn't. Check a cam.
You literally did say that.
That's not how I would have ever spelled that, but okay.
Well, I thought it was
Well,
Sarah,
yeah.
so I needed that spelling.
I
Well,
kind of.
if you need any other sort of fixtures to your body, just come and say hello.
Thank you.
Weird one. Could you add hands to this guy? I hold up Snowbear.
Whoa.
No,
Which had hands
please
to
no.
this guy.
Please no.
I
Please, let's
I'm-
not. No.
I'm not I don't make teddy bears, so I'm not sure how I'll be able to do such a thing.
Yeah, he's alive. Say hi, Snow.
Hello.
Every time.
Please leave.
Yeah, that's understandable. Have a nice day.
That is the only reaction anybody should ever
Oh
have.
my god.
Oh my god.
Thank you again.
What I'm seeing there is an opportunity. We have a ripcord for any conversation that
Please
we don't
do.
want to be in.
Oh my god, absolutely.
Oh
Yes,
my
that's such a good
goodness.
idea. Like, here, talk to the talking teddy bear. Oh my god.
I would like to leave this conversation. Snowbear, go!
I choose you.
Whoa. That is so
Snowbear
mean.
used himself.
Okay,
Oh,
you leave the space, head outside to the main road, and you have the day to yourselves. It's about midday at this point, about 1 p.m. in the afternoon, as you sat there recovering your wounds. No need to spend any hit dice on your short rest. He had healed you completely. The only thing that's still expended is all of your abilities and such. But you are HP-wise fully restored.
Yeah.
Yay.
Nice.
Lunch, I think lunch.
Lunch.
Lunch
Yeah.
it
And then
is.
plans.
I think after everything, like walking out of the quote unquote doctor's office, Thorn has just been like rubbing her shoulder where he healed.
Mhm.
She's just like rubbing it, just feeling how weird it is, and just like she's just rubbing it like all the time.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Sienna's just sending worried glances every time she sees her. Robin is like,
Phrasing.
Okay,
look at them.
shut the fuck up.
that was not.
Shut the fuck up.
So what would you guys like to do now? You're going to go for
Lunch.
lunch, you're going to grab some food.
Yeah, and I think talk
Society.
on the way there.
Sure. I'll leave that to you guys to discuss. You walk through the main thoroughfare on your way to find some late lunch for the day. So by all means, go for it.
So, I was wondering, what what is the plan for the next few days?
Well, I've got multiple lines and some work so we can get some coin. And I'm looking into things regarding my sister and other things regarding... I'm just going to nod my head towards Fawn.
Subtle.
Right, but like,
Yeah.
do we have anything concrete that we could plan today? What we're gonna do tomorrow, the next day?
But, I mean, we got to the office, and I believe that was going to be the plan, and then immediately heard a scream, so we've not had a chance to.
Right.
The answer's no.
Um,
We don't have any concrete plans.
Okay. Well, it's something to think about.
Like, I do have, like, a lot of job requests came in. I've got to go through all of those. We'll go over them, I'll sort out the ones that are just absolutely a waste of time from the ones that are worth looking into, and we'll go over which ones we want to take together. In the meantime, I've got some context to follow up on the more personal things, and we'll be waiting to hear back from them. So the plan for now is really, once that's in the works, it's hurry up and wait unless anyone else has something they want to do while we're in town.
I mean, we could visit that magic shop since we have a discount at one point.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
that's
definitely.
definitely on the cards.
Yep, that's worth doing.
And
Healing
in general,
potion or
most
two
of us.
wouldn't be bad.
Yes, they would be great. Additionally, none of us have really been to the city except of the Danes, so we could just do some touristy stuff. I mean, yes, we're technically here in work, but might as well enjoy it.
Wait,
I mean,
Max,
that's
did we
like
say that
the-
I was here or not?
That's up to you. I would have thought that you're trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
Because there are ways of getting away from Leyrance, not via Alakshayr. So
True. He did went by a ship. Never mind then. Okay. Just wanted to know.
I mean, I figured but no, your whole thing is, learning about places. Looking around is probably exactly what you need to do, right?
Fennel.
Fennel has stopped working.
Sorry, I'm munching on something.
He's eating.
He was just completely spaced out.
No, he was
The
eating.
food was that good, guys.
it was
Bro,
in his
give bro a
own.
second. Give bro a second.
Oh, could you repeat that, please, Thursday?
Your whole job is learning about the surface and all that. So looking around is probably exactly what you need to be doing, right?
Hey, any excuse to travel and see new places.
We could
Right.
go for a museum or something.
I
That
mean,
would be a great place to learn about the surface, wouldn't it?
okay, Max, how British Empire are the local museums? As in, like, is it actually local? Is it
How colonial are they?
Or is it, hi, we stole this from this place, isn't it cool?
They've been quite secluded to themselves. From what you know, general history-wise, the place was founded by fire giants. The city itself that's its origin, but since then it's now moved into a more open space for more people to be kind of in and out throughout. But Leyrance as a whole is mainly a foundation of houses. Has a rich history of all of the major houses, as well as minor ones that have come and gone throughout the years. So there are places of learning where you can figure out the past and the present of all of these establishments, as well as the history that they've had.
So not very
Not many
colonial.
outside, no.
Nice.
Okay.
We can actually go to museums and enjoy them.
Yeah. No, museums are definitely an option. Also, if we're going to be doing investigative work, it is good to just know where the important buildings are as well. And I don't just mean like culturally, I mean like this is like the restaurant where deals are made. This is like this is the bank which the particularly big wigs go to, that kind of thing. So yeah, a general tour, one for touristy stuff, because I live here. I don't really do the tourist stuff. We could do that, and another for more of like a work tour. Like, you need to know this building. This is where, this is a good armourer. This is where I get my coats. He's a good tailor.
Could we, when we do those tours, rent hover bikes? Those thingies they've been flying around on. They look like great fun.
I'm good. I don't want to do that.
But we'd get across the city so much faster. We could cover so much ground in one day.
Well,
Yeah,
Thorn,
but
you need to know what the city layout is. Otherwise, if you need to make a quick escape, you won't know where you're going, and it would just be like
Exactly.
the ship all over again.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, Fennel makes a very good point there. Getting a bird's eye view is a great way to learn.
I think Thorn just like squints up, and I was like, why would I ever listen to you?
No,
Well, because he's the best rogue.
yeah. That is in fact canon. So
Ooh, he did win the rogue off, so...
Even the
She's
DM
gonna
said
go
it.
over.
No,
because he likes
just
you
Meg's
more. It's because
place
he likes
favourite.
you more. You fucking... It's favoritism. It's favoritism. 100%.
I
What
think
if it
like
is?
one.
No, like, you realize how many people were like, oh man, you're the best, has been NPCs. I see a pattern. You can't fucking fool me.
Oh,
I mean, Fennel's also a very personable character, and you sharpen knives while holding intense eye contact.
Yeah, you've tried to murder quite a few people so far.
you even said yourself you're giving side eye 24/7.
So you can't have it both ways.
You kind of did love.
Okay, but still, my point still stands.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely favoritism.
I mean, your point is also Fawn's a teenager, and is angry about being a teenager. Why is nobody
Not angry about being a teenager. There's a lot more shit she got going on. I don't know if you're aware.
I mean, you're
Right, so
multifaceted. but-
voting on hoverboard. Do we want hover bikes or do we not want hover bikes?
I don't
Definitely
I
want
want
hover bikes.
I-
Yes.
I'm not fond of heights, but honestly, giving you guys a bird's eye tour it's a good idea. For one, like it's just the once to learn where the roads are.
Oh, just the one?
You guys can go again. This is just I don't like heights, so I'm only going to do it the once.
Yeah, that's a very, very, very fair point. But hover bikes, they look fun. And Sienna just points up to where there's probably like light traffic or something.
Just flying overhead.
Max, please tell me that there's a reckless driver up there, just so I can go.
No.
That's why I don't want to go up there.
Roll a perception check.
Oh god. We're gonna see a crash.
There's someone
before our
like
eyes.
Tokyo drifting. No.
10. You do not find something to prove your point.
Oh, well. Hover bike safety proven.
That is the most detective thing, but you basically said roll for evidence.
Yeah. Probably like the best way you could have phrased that. You can't find anything to prove your point. I love that.
All right, so you guys grab a quick bite to eat. Is there any discussions you wish to have over lunch before you go and find somewhere to buy these hover bikes?
Rent.
We're
We don't
I'm
want to buy
sorry,
them.
we're doing what?
Goodbye, if you wanted to.
getting hover bike. We're renting hover bike.
Why? Who approved
We're
this? Ben
researching
doesn't agree
what-
with this. What's that say?
Yeah.
Majority rule.
It's Sienna getting horror bikes.
Majority rule.
Stay on the ground.
Technically, I voted
Well,
for.
two of us
I-
against
Ben wasn't
three,
convinced
so-
that they're safe yet. Maybe if you convince him, he'll give a thumbs up.
I
Okay.
reluctantly voted for it, so technically the majority was for getting them.
Ah,
Oh, damn it.
haha, haha.
Okay.
We
Ben's
won't
just
be
like, "Well,
we won't be as high up in the sky as we did on the airship. It'll be fine.
Exactly.
I guess
It'll
so.
be way safer
But do
than
any
the
of you
No
know
one
how
can
to
talk to
drive
their
that?
Well, I'm sure they teach you. Like we could do like a maybe
Do
there's
they?
even guided tours probably. Like we said that we do something touristy, right? There's often guided tours through cities where they point out like important landmarks. I've done those. They're quite fun.
Max, are there hover double-decker buses by any chance? It's like
Double-decker
the big red buses from London.
With your,
Ben's
with your
like,
10
I'm-
perception, you don't see anything.
Ben's like, I'm too poor to understand any of this shit. What's this fancy treatment
What's-
you're talking
What's
about?
the matter with just walking and smelling the flowers for once? You have to fly and go everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah,
Are there flowers?
Leonie, why don't you take it in the moment?
Yeah, there are little bits of garden here and there. The city itself isn't devoid of it, even though it is quite arcane powered. There's still a lot of like gardens, greenery, natural areas that just grow around buildings. You do walk past a place that is almost completely covered in grass and has trees growing out of the side of it. Large building, looks like an inn called the Botanical Tonic. You just see this what can be only described as fey. It's very fey. You just see all of this kind of growth around, beautiful trees, strange colors mixing and blending together that shouldn't really blend. And as
Ben is
well,
noting that down.
quite a lot of different
It is
characters in there moving back and forth.
Indeed, extremely fair. Yeah, I remember that. I think. Do I
Ben's
remember
gonna
that? That's also a
lean
different
over.
thing.
No, I do. We can't go in the shop. No, no.
No, we can't. They have tasty drinks.
Ben's gonna lean
No.
over to Fennel and like, that seems like an interesting place.
Yes, that looks good. I like the
It
colours
is very flowery.
and the lights.
Very
We
flowery.
should visit sometime.
Man, if that's the same place that I'm thinking about from the last game.
I think it is the same place. Like, what's the chance Max would describe two places in the city as fake?
Well, because last time we went there, she was like, "I can read your fortune," and she just like read my entire life, and I was like, "Yeah, you're fake. You're a fake."
We also discovered something else about that place, which I will not say because. Spoilers.
Oh.
Now you're.
Shut up!
Right.
We don't want spoilers. Shh.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Stop-
sorry,
Stop
sorry.
having nostalgia when we can't enjoy it.
Stop reading the book. Stop.
The book.
Got it.
The guide.
You haven't
the
written it
guide.
yet, so
Okay, fine.
can't read it.
So
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys find somewhere quick to eat, just on the kind of side, just to get you going, and then you talk with locals to find out a place to purchase, rent a hover bike. You see that they seem reluctant at first. Kind of not sure they rent them out, but you could try. But it's a place, the one that seems to be the go-to place called Talon's Garage. As you begin to approach, you can see it's quite a large space, located with an open space in the front of it. The buildings themselves are probably about 4 actual homes across, so you can see there's like shutters in front of each one of them. The establishment itself is centered in the middle with a large doorway where people go in and out, and it seems to be like a repair shop as well as somewhere to purchase or rent these vehicles. You can see in the 2 of these shutters are currently open, 2 are closed. You see sparks inside flashing every so often. But from the ones that are outside, you see that there are these large, gnarly-looking hover bikes. Bikes made of like metal, but as well have this glow of a hum for the engine. Resembling kind of like Harley Davidsons in a way with their design. Some of them seem to be more garish, more large, more intimidating. Others just seem to be smaller, more practical. But you just see a wide array of these sorts of designs. People standing around. Some people seem to be in like a matching outfit, it seems, around one of these hover bikes. You can see they're just kind of like posing themselves around it. Very, very corny, very kind of like Grease, the musical, where they're all just there, just posing, sat there, looking around, very brooding.
Grease.
But you head inside, and you can see that this place is busy. Parts everywhere. But as soon as you enter, you see this guy behind the counter, quite tall, probably about 6 foot or so. Male, human, maybe in his early 30s, dark kind of reddish hair, short on the sides and slightly longer on top. He himself is wearing kind of a nicer set of clothing, but more practical wear. You can see there's like cargo trousers with several pockets, as well as the kind of lapel that he wears also having pockets. As you enter, he just kind of looks over in your direction. Hi, what can I help you with?
Hi, we'll be right with you. We just need to make a quick decision. So if we do rent some, do we rent 5? Do we rent 3? Does anyone want to pair up? If anyone doesn't want to drive themselves, they could pair with someone else.
Well, I want to drive.
Yeah, same.
I don't want to drive.
Okay, then how about you 2 pair up?
That means we need 3.
Okay.
Thorn, do you want me to drive us around?
Sure.
Alright. So Dane, are you comfortable driving on your own?
Yeah, I get it.
You can get Snow, but you drive it. Did you ever teach him to drive a car?
Oh god.
There's no cars.
No.
I'd love to see Bodine
Like a
drive
sledge.
one of
Did you ever drive?
The fuck's a
drive
car?
a sledge.
The fuck's a car?
I realised that myself. Okay. Did you ever teach him to drive like a sledge or something?
Is it safe to say, considering I live here, that I've probably used them, I've just not gone high on them?
Yeah, I imagine like maybe when you've been out with your mates, if you have any,
I was gonna ask, like,
like you know when you're on a night out and you're with your friends, you've had a bit to drink, they haven't, and then they're like, "Hey, look, do you want me to get you home?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure." And you jump on their bike when you've never been on one before, and you're scared shitless. You've probably had that experience.
Yes, everybody can relate to this story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
That's okay.
Okay.
But yeah, probably just through other people you've experienced these things. It's not up to you though.
Okay, and in that case, can I rent one of the Harley Davidson ones? Because a dwarf and a Harley Davidson sounds awesome.
Perfect. All right. And then Sienna would turn around and go talk to the very nice salesperson, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy has better customer service manners than the people we met the last Tuesday game. None of you know what I'm talking about, but God fucking damn
Yes,
it.
I was there.
Really? Oh, you listened?
I was commenting on Twitch. What do you mean?
Never watched Twitch. Also, you didn't know about Chuka being bullied, so I assumed you did watch the
because I
session.
was there for the first.
Okay, guys.
More than the
Okay.
first
Alright,
half.
hey,
I was there
hey,
for 3 hours.
Come on.
This campaign.
You're lucky I wasn't there for the Tuco bullying. I would have come for your ass, Max.
So
Whoa,
I'm just gonna quickly chime in there with Ken Fodane go to the front, because we want to get a deal for something they don't normally do.
Sure. So the two of you kind of rush up, and kind of like he looks over. Sorry, who am I dealing with?
Yeah, mate. Sorry, we're just wondering if we could rent free bikes for the day.
You want to write? Okay. We don't typically rent. Do you have experience on Swift drifters?
Yeah. I'm a local. I've used them a few times.
Okay. We do have a couple in the back of the shop that you can use if you'd like. They are ones that we're currently getting built together, so there are a few nicks here and there, but we can rent them out to you if you like. They're by all means functional, so you can use them. In terms of rent, I don't know what's a price for renting them. How about we do something like a deposit? You can rent it out daily. We'll keep the deposit itself, and then if you return them, we'll keep partial deposit and then hand you back the rest. Or if you end up destroying them or whatever, then we'll just keep the deposit.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. How much were you thinking about for the deposit?
Well, 3 bikes. They do cost quite a bit, but these ones are in repair at the moment, so probably say 80 gold pieces a piece for each one of them, so 240. And then when you bring them back, we'll give you back 200. So we'll just keep 40 of that, as long as they're all like not damaged or anything. That seems fair to me.
Sienna just immediately looks very crushed. Like, oh, that is, she cannot afford that. She's so sad.
Am I the only one that's been saving?
No, I've been
I
saving
can
too.
pay for a bit of it.
I can
Yeah.
pay for
Okay, good. I can pay for one.
I can pay for one too.
There we go.
Where the fuck did you get that money?
I mean, we all got
We just didn't spend it.
we all got 200 at the previous
Yeah,
session one.
did you forget that?
Yeah.
We did?
Okay.
Oh, then I can also pay for it. Never mind.
I mean, wait, unless you
Never
already
mind.
spent.
You didn't mark it
What
off.
the fuck would I ever spend 200 gold on?
I don't know, like what Sienna's into. You might have a very, very serious coke habit.
Yeah, you don't know. No, okay.
Every
all
morning
goes
before
on
doing her
Instagram
exercises,
Every
line
morning
a
I've done.
coke.
Yeah.
And yeah,
That's why she's so roided out in the morning.
that changes things. Means that
Oh
means
my
that Sienna
God.
just immediately goes, "Oh yes, of course, here you go." And she, since this was her idea, she's going to put all of the gold. Just
Okay.
there. There you go.
So you put 240 gold forward. You see he kind of takes it in. Oh, excellent. Cool. Then let's. If you give me like 10 more minutes, I'll bring you around the back, and then I can show you the swift drifters. That's okay. Just got to close some things up here.
Thank you
And then
very much.
he leaves with our money and never comes back.
You
We know
wait
way it
outside-
works. No, okay.
You wait outside for a moment. After about 12 minutes or so, a little bit more than he said, you guys are waiting outside Thorn. It's always Thorn. Thorn, you see one of these grease-looking motherfuckers giving you the side eye. You see he's just like sat there, looking over in your direction, giving the side eye. He's got like the really greased up back slick hair, going all the way back. Black leather suit, kind of looking over in your direction.
Don't start a fight, because it's going to turn out they're all lightning mages, because this is a pun.
I want to fight. I want to fight so bad. I just want to fight.
Don't
No,
do
we
it,
don't-
girl. Don't do it.
We don't want Max to make grease lightning jokes.
I want to do it. I want to do it so bad. I just want to get in a
Yeah,
fight.
just
I mean, we
shit
are here
talk. You don't have to
about,
fight.
Oh, shit talking.
You can just talk to him first. Maybe he doesn't want to fight. Maybe he's trying to sell
Maybe
you
he has a
something.
crush on you, but he's one of those like socially
Yeah.
awkward people.
Not another
Would-
Gildana. We're not doing it.
Would
No, there can't be a
reverse
Gildana
psychology
in every
work?
city.
Would reverse psychology work? What if Fennel said you should go fight that guy?
Okay, yeah, that will work. She will absolutely. fight. If Fennel says like, "Oh, you probably couldn't beat that kind of fight," it's like, "Okay, watch me."
But what if we said you could beat
I
that
think
guy?
he meant the opposite.
I
and
meant
if
the
Fennel
opposite.
tells
Yeah,
you
he
to go
wants
fight
the
him, you
Fennel
opposite
won't.
of
says
saying.
anything. No, swear to God, if Fennel is like, "Hey," she's like immediately walking over to the guy.
He just naturally has 20 in charisma. Fuck me, you know. Like Fennel could say anything, and everyone's like, "Cool."
Except for
No,
Thorn.
it's just Thorn knows that like Fennel could say anything relating to what she's looking at, and she won't like whatever he says, so she immediately.
What?
So if Fennel said violence is cool, you'd become a pacifist.
No.
No.
She'd be like, no, violence
She
is
wouldn't even
awesome.
process
Fuck
the
you.
words.
She'd stab him.
No, that's my thing.
Stabs him.
Die.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Right, are you doing anything? Or
I want to. Is there any voices inside my head telling me to do something, or is
No.
it just okay?
It's all you.
As per earlier, you do occasionally hear the Fodane scream in case of the fucking dust mites.
Do I? Do I though?
It's like a
Because the
fucking
title-
Thorn is
broken fire
going
alarm.
through that. Sienna's just busy like staring at the hoverbikes, trying to figure out how to drive them because she has not done that.
Sienna, you looking at the other hover bikes that are on display, you can see that there is a team of 3 small-looking figures running around, doing different parts, different utensils. They all look almost identical to each other, except that they're wearing different colored lapels, like different colored little clothing. But for the most part, you see that they are probably about as tall as 3 feet or so. And each one of them has this kind of very dark hair. But on closer examination, it's actually feathers. And you can see a beak. You see 3 of these kenkus just kind of moving around and beginning to fix one of these hover bikes, one of these swiftdrifters. And they're just kind of like they're running around as quick as they can, all just like on their game. They are just the fastest you've ever seen any kind of like a pit crew, basically, getting this hover bike ready to go. And they just, without saying a word, work in unison and just watching that happen to the side. At this point, Thorn, as you're just kind of standing there and not doing anything, can you roll? This is gonna sound weird.
Okay. Sure.
Can you
no.
roll a self-pity check?
Self-pity. Self-pity.
This is kind of like a reflection of how you look to the rest of the people, because the way that you can come across is angry, sad, or it can be just uninterested in your surroundings. So just if you could roll a
vibe check, a literal vibe check.
Yeah, vibe
pretty
check.
much vibe check.
Like
roll for aura.
Instead of a pity check. Pity. What was the roll?
Just a
No,
D20.
not pity. Self-pity. Big
Yeah,
difference.
you could have phrased it better than that.
How pathetic do you look, Thorn?
Roll
Well,
a 1.
find out. Petty as fuck, bro. Petty as fuck. I'm
Okay.
miserable.
This guy now begins to walk towards you.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I stand up.
You see, he kind of like walks up. He's kind of got that little bit of swagger to him as he's.
Oh
just,
no.
This is gonna be so bad.
He like pops up his collar for a moment.
Oh
See,
no.
he's kinda-
He's just a Mr. Nice Guy. He's just a Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh god.
He walks up to you.
If Matt starts singing the songs from Greece, we riot.
He's probably about 5'6" or so. So he's not too far from your own height. But his kind of like pompadour hair gives him an extra 6 inches. Those words were chosen very carefully, Jack.
No, they were not. No, they weren't.
He walks over to you. Hey, doll.
Nope. 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 Nah. No. No.
I just had a gag reflex.
Yeah. Nope. This is my reaction. You can keep going. That is
Question.
disgusting.
Do we all hear this?
You do. You see him like he takes about a minute to walk over to all of you.
I literally like shivers down my
There we
spine. Literally, this whole fucking
was
like disgust.
If Ben was turned the other way, he turns around like a 180 with a
Like-
death glare at this guy now.
No, hold on. Let him finish. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes.
He kind of like looks you up and down, and then
Oh,
looks
no.
into your eyes.
No.
Something on your mind?
I was expecting you to come off.
You seem to have a bit of a aura about yourself.
So just to be clear, this
That's not
douchebag
that
or someone feeling so someone who could look only vulnerable and decided, oh, here's my shot.
How do I do this, guys? Because I really
Punch
just
him, please.
Okay.
No, punch him!
No, I got something.
No, maybe he would be into that. Actually, don't listen to
No,
me.
no, no,
Don't
I got
punch
something.
him.
I got
Look, just let me know if you need me to tag in because I've got a way to make him feel uncomfortable.
No, I got this. This might go wrong, but I got something.
Oh no.
Thorn's gonna like step right up, like face to face with him, and she's just gonna mutter with like the most intense eyes ever. She will just mutter to him, "Stop." Well, no, she doesn't say that. She doesn't say that. But I'm looking at Max. I'm looking at Max, and it was just a. She'll just say, "I will choke the life out of you.
No.
Not leave me alone
Oh.
right now."
He's gonna turn that into a sex joke, you fool!
Doesn't know that.
That's not really where I thought this was going. But, woo! He kind of looks at you for a second. I didn't think you were going to be into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, what do I do now? Because I'm on the verge of just stabbing him. But,
How old is he, by the way? How old does he look like?
yeah.
He's about in his like late 20s or so. He's trying to make himself look older, but he's got this kind of like baby face to him. He's not rugged, handsome, or anything like that. He's got like a chubby cheeks, cherub-looking face. But the rest of his clothing is like, I'm portraying a badass.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, hear me out. Okay, question for Max. Is there an alleyway nearby? Or like a...
Oh my god, no. No, he's gonna get the wrong idea, bro.
Look at this guy.
Cassie, are you aware of what you're doing?
Hold on. Just answer the question.
Preservation skills.
I had described the area as being an open space, but for fun, yeah.
Okay.
For fun. Make fun.
Okay. You guys think so little of me. Oh my god.
No, we think so little of him. That's what we're telling you. Don't go into the fucking alleyway with him.
I think so little of you. Don't worry.
I was going to be like, okay, let me tell the plan so you guys don't think I'm a fucking freak. I was thinking about.
Sorry, just someone in the chat. He's gonna come out of that alley limping and not in the funny way.
No, he's gonna come out of that alley. He's not gonna come out of that alley. He's not.
Thank you for whoever said that. That's funny.
Okay, Max, just gonna be
How does
honest.
this always happen,
No,
bro?
shut up.
Okay.
I'd tell Max something. I honestly, I don't like the situation you put me in. I don't like this. I'm just gonna be honest.
Well, that's the aura you're given.
Okay, emergency ripcord. I throw snow bear at him.
Can Ben step in at this point
We're all
if he
just
sees that Thorn is
standing
uncomfortable?
behind door, just like, what is happening?
So, Ven, you begin to interject, and you watch mirrored on the opposite side of you, behind him, one of his guys also gets in between at the same time as you. You see this human man, probably in his late 30s, 40s or so, slick back hair, same kind of design as the rest of them. And he just kind of does the same as you, and you both kind of like look at each other for a second, and he just puts his hand against his friend. Hey mate, that's not cool. That's not what we do. Okay, so just leave the good girl alone. Okay, she doesn't need all of this. Just no need for that.
Drop it.
Yeah, Thorn was like reaching for her daggers.
At this point, he just goes, "Well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was overstepping. The thing is, I saw you were a bit down in the dumps, and I thought I'd just come over and see if you wanted to hang out with the rest of us." And he gestures
Inside
over
check.
to the
Inside
group.
check.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Bro
that's
is trying to
bullshit.
save his ass so bad right now. He's coping.
He started with "Hey, Dole."
Can I metagame? Hey, can somebody give me like? Can somebody like help me out here? Because I have a feeling. I have such a feeling that this roll is gonna go bad. I have such a
I
feeling.
mean, come on. Van is totally also giving him the up and down. Van is also totally.
Ben
going
is like, you know that look that like mean girls give you, like they look you up and down judgmentally. He's doing that right now. He's
I'll
like
give you
giving you the
advantage,
mental of
Okay.
back the fuck up, you ugly
Okay,
bitch.
hold on. I got it. I got advantage. Let me just see. It was insight. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's just. Okay, so I have a 19.
19. What you can get is that this guy is trying to portray a persona that he is not at all. He's probably actually 22, but he's trying to look like he's 28. Also, another thing you notice is that he seems to be shaking, seems quite nervous. And when he had gone up to you, you had seen that kind of that demeanor that he tried to put on just like instantly melt away. And his words, what he's saying, it seems to be somewhat truthful, although with like a hint of nervousness in them. You see he's kind of like almost being called out for saying either A, the wrong things, or B, just reading the room
Wrong vibe.
completely incorrect.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So wrong.
Wrong vibe.
You see he's just kind of like got a hand on his chest from his partner, and the partner just pushes him away. Hey, look, I'm sorry about him. He's a little bit nervous. I'm sorry. We'll be sure to leave you alone. What are you doing, Matt? Come on. Don't just walk up to random people.
I think as they're walking away, Thorn like grabs his shoulder, and she just says to him, "Don't call me doll."
You see, he just kind of like whimpers a little bit and continues to get pulled away. The other guy who's pulling him away just turns around to the rest of you and just kind of continues to push away. For Van, can you please roll a perception or investigation check?
Nani?
Oh,
That's not good. Why me?
While this is all happening simultaneously, you are hearing the guy who had spoken to at the front desk before begin to walk out. Okay, please.
Perception or
Investigation.
okay?
Either one. Okay.
Oh,
Fuck me. I
Okay.
can roll over
back
10.
to bad rolls.
No, I'm
We're
kidding.
back.
There's a moment where you kind of linger for a second, then seeing them walk away, and then your attention is brought to the shop owner. He kind of looks over to all of you. Okay, everything's done. I'm ready to go around the back. So I'll just give you a little course on how everything works and safety features and everything else. So please just follow me. As he's going past the bike with the 3 Kenkus, he just looks over. Good job, guys. Well done. Looked great. You see all 3 of them begin to like open their mouth and say something. No, don't talk, please. And he just continues to walk.
Kenku's the pit droids of this universe, like from the Phantom Menace.
I love Pinkers. I love them.
You, for a moment, could hear as their mouths open to say something, this like heavy voice deep inside, and he just like stops him. No, we don't need that again. Okay, just chill. You did a good job. Just chill out a little bit. Okay, please run the back. He takes you around the back, takes you through the garages. You can see there's tons of kind of like memorabilia, bikes that are located around. By the way, I'm the owner of this place. In case you didn't know, I kind of founded this place. This place is my home. I've been riding swiftdrifters for as long as I can remember. Kind of made quite a few augmentations, and if I don't want to brag, but I kind of helped invent the design that it is now, that everyone seems to be using. So that's why this place is kind of the place to go. But my name's Talon, last name Stolmarsh, but don't have to worry about that. Just Talon's good. This is my garage, so you're more than welcome to look around. But yeah, I've been riding swiftdrifters for a good part of my life, so you're in safe hands. So don't worry about that. We'll get you accommodated. The thing is, I said that I have 3 bikes. Problem is, not all of them fit one person or 2 people on them. I'll show you in a sec. But don't worry, all of you will still be able to ride. So there's that. Takes you around and he shows you these 3 bikes that are on display. One of them seems to be the generic kind of looking design. The second one seems to be something a bit more kind of beefier to it, larger kind of handlebars, looking like more of a Harley Davidson. Whilst the third one he gestures to, those 2 previously seem to only be 1-seater. And then this third one he gestures to, you see that there is kind of this really rudimentary looking setup, very basic bike seat. And then there are sidecars on either side. You see a kind of shell on one and then a shell on the other. He kind of looks at it and goes, yeah, well, I had a commission done a few weeks ago. The guy sent it back because he didn't really like it. Not to sound crass or rude, he said whenever he flew in the sky, it looked like a cock and balls on the ground in shadow. But that's beyond this. It's functional, practical. You guys can rent it out.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the downside.
Funny man. So there you go. You got it for steel if you want to look at it that way. But yeah, unfortunately, we only have 3 seats for the actual bikes themselves, and 2 of you just have to be cruising in sidecars. Not the coolest.
This is perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, great. I don't know if I have to sell it. Usually, I have to really dig into people. But if you enjoy sitting around and not having the thrum of the engine, then sidecar's perfect.
2 of us don't particularly want to, be piloting it, so as it were. So works out quite well.
Okay. One thing as well. Are any of you scared of heights?
I point at the Dane.
Yeah,
And then a Thorn. And then vaguely invents direction, like...
I'm not comfortable with them, but I can, I'm not going to have a meltdown if I'm up there, and I can at least control the thing.
Okay, because what this one has, and he gestures to the 3-seater, these pods on the side, they actually can fully close, so you can they're used for storage if you wanted to, but also the previous people who had it, they kind of got a bit scared of heights and a bit nauseous when they travel. So having it completely enclosed just means that you don't see what's going on around you. So if you want to use that, that's kind of perfect for that. But you will miss the beautiful sights around wherever you go.
Yeah, that sounds so much worse than actually being outside.
Not only are you incredibly high up, you're in a small enclosed space and you can't see where you're going.
So horrible.
It might just be more comfortable. Who knows?
I'm changing my mind. I don't know if I want to do this, guys.
Yeah.
Then majority rules.
It's completely
No,
safe.
if you're not comfortable, then you don't have to come along. We're not forcing
Can I
anyone to do
sneak
this.
away? Can I roll a sneak check? Can I get out of here?
You want to leave?
I mean, of course.
Where?
Oh, that's true. Do I know the way back? I don't know. I'm bad at it. It is. I'm
Probably
making
not.
This is why you need to do
whole...
the tour.
Yeah, you basically what you just did there is you made this a necessity.
Well, can I just whenever everybody's getting on it, if they are, I'll just just sneak away.
Sure, you can roll a stealth
Wouldn't
check if
be
you want.
watching. I hope you roll ass and you get caught.
I kind of do too, and I did. I totally did.
I would say Sienna sees Thorn leaves and
I
just
can't believe I just.
disappointed, but she doesn't say anything.
She tries to sneak away, we
she just
all look at her.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Like she tries to walk away and just like a metal pipe falls.
She,
No,
she does the
I
like
tripped.
slide crab walk.
No, I like to think that I turn around and there's just like a lot of just fucking loud ass metal, and she just trips over it, and she's oh fuck.
An entire
Oh no, it's
shelf
just the metal
full of
pipe I was
parts.
holding.
Entire
like-
shelf full of parts just falls on top of you. Cling, 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 cling.
And she's just like just defeated under it. She's like, don't. I want to go home.
You're gonna have to pay for that.
Oh fuck. Oh no.
How much does it cost?
I'll
we
just
can
take it
have
off your
cleaning
deposit.
up and then. Right.
Fair.
Right. So again, for the entire group, anyone that doesn't want to come along, you don't have to. This isn't like a mandatory activity. I just thought it would be fun.
We can have this
Right.
conversation after we've got the bags. Because they're good to have it regardless. You don't have to go high with them, after all.
Yeah.
They're good transport.
I think Thorn is still. First of all, she gets up out of the pile of metal, probably covered in grease, I'd expect, or something.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
sorts of lubricants. Yeah.
Don't
Prestidigitation.
say it. Don't say it like that.
Prestidigitate your clothes clean. Just there we go.
Thanks. Yeah, Thorn. She's just looking at this. Like, I don't. No, I can't. No, I don't like it. I don't want to.
Hello. If it's any sort of peace of mind, the bikes themselves, if they ever lose power, they descend slowly into the ground. They also can't be knocked off the horizontal plane, so they can only ever go up, down, turn on the apex, but they can't actually fall, if that makes sense. They are built with that in mind. I kind of coined the invention itself. So the bike itself, completely safe. For you yourself, the jacket that you're going to be wearing, it has kind of enchantment-based runes in it that allow you to free fall slowly. So even if you ever let go, which is pretty hard to do, but if you ever did and you have to jump away or something happening, then you will fall and descend slowly. So again, no issues there. And you do also have a helmet. That's just safety number one. So it's all pretty safe. It's just a height thing for most people. And, well, the speed as well. But usually when you're on these things, you're looking for a bit of thrill. So
I think
See,
Thorn.
we don't have to go fast.
Thorn's just looking at Sienna, just giving her like a "I don't want to do this" kind of thing. Like she looks kind of shaky. She doesn't like it.
Again, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it.
I can just
Like I said.
I can just stay here. Wait for you guys to be done. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Except we're possibly renting them for multiple days. So, look, how about if we just rent them, and we won't go high, we can go back to the, back to the shop. Anyone who doesn't want to go can just rest there, have tea, get some food. Anybody who does want to go can go up flying. They're good to have because we can still travel on ground level quicker than we can walk. You don't have to go up.
And the highest they can go is only about 100 feet off the ground. They always have to be within ground. They can't just fly off forever. They can skim over water, but when it comes to
Thank you.
how they work, 100 feet above ground.
Okay, I'll give it a shot then. Fine.
If you want, I can go with those of you who are scared and just show you what it's like. Don't worry, I'm a safe driver. I won't scare the shit out of you. It's
No, it's okay. It wasn't really about, I guess, being scared. More like, tight space for us who don't want to drive.
I mean, the bubble thing is a shutter. You can.
I am
have it
so
down.
confused at this point how this shit looks like. I am imagining I sent the fucking photo. I am imagining a bike and the like two little side thingies.
Yeah,
that you have.
that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Max, is
Yeah.
this how it looks like?
Yeah, pretty much. But again, the shutter itself, you can just close it if you wanted to. You don't have to close
Yeah.
Or
it.
you can just leave it open.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
not you're not enclosed in a space with no windows. It is.
No,
It's basically like a convertible top.
Hmm.
you're
Got
just
It's just
sitting
used for
inside of
storage,
something, and your entire upper body is free.
it. Okay. Then it's okay with it.
And like considering Thaddeus is the only one of us with actual driving experience, he could be the one driving Van and Thor around. And then Fennel and Sienna get to attempt to
Looks at the Harley Davidson one mournfully.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so who's going on which one? We'll get you set up.
Well, I think for now, and Sienna are taking two of the single ones. Everyone else is on the Harley Davidson.
I mean, we can also just ride on ground level and Thorn can walk next to us back to the shop, and then we can do
Oh, so we're going to be those douchebags who are on a road in a vehicle going at a walking
Yes.
pace.
Yes, we're gonna be the biggest assholes.
If you just tell me the way, I can get back. It's fine.
I don't
What
think
if
you
you
should
get
go
lost?
on, especially after what literally just happened.
Yeah,
I'll be fine.
and we're in a new city. That's not
I was about to
ideal.
kill him. It would have been fine.
Yeah, no, that's kind of a point of concern.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah,
just go
that
getting rid of
that
civilians.
is a crime, and please don't admit to a crime in front of myself and this gentleman here.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah, please don't try and get me involved in this.
Yeah, while the greasers was being a bit of a creep.
I was
Oh,
only gonna
lightning
do
in
it
a
for-
bottle.
Well, he was
Them
not
fuckers.
really.
Yeah, they're
Wait, hold on. What was their name?
lightning in a bottle.
You fucker, Max.
What? What?
It's a
They're,
it's a grease lightning joke.
They're a group. Look, they're harmless. Honestly, they look a bit much. I think they give the rest of us a bad rep, really. But they tend to just kind of. They're all about like hope and try and redeem people. So most of the people are kind of like lovey-dovey sort of shit, you know. But some
That
people
sounds
just
pretty
can't
sweet.
be redeemed at all. Well, yeah,
Oh.
if you're of that mind,
Oh
sure.
man. Now I'm thinking
Can
of
I-
joining a biker gang.
Can I look back at
Well, to join a
them, if they're
biker gang,
still
you gotta
there?
get on a bike.
Sure, yeah, you can look back. You see, like, through the windows and shutters that they are beginning to kind of, like, rev up their engines and head off.
Suspicious. Why did I roll that perception check, Max? What was that, Max?
Because they're on their way to go to the soup kitchen they volunteer at. Okay.
Yeah,
being judgmental
apparently.
like that.
God damn. We
I am
was just
judging.
a situation.
I'm Regina Georging them,
Yeah.
okay? They fucking were mean to Thorn.
They were.
They do a lot of good. Like, just they seem to be nice guys, but I don't really trust that shit. So I just fix their bikes for them.
Guys, let me just walk back to the shop. I'll be fine.
Are you sure you're gonna be able to find your way back? We lost you like 2 times in the city before.
I'll be fine.
Hey, look.
I mean, we
I'm,
can also just.
I'm going to be closing up shop now. Once I get you guys sorted on the hover bikes, I was just going to head off into the city and grab some lunch. But
Oh yeah, no, we don't want to keep you from that. But we'll just.
that's fine.
grateful
What
for
I
this,
was
so-
going to suggest is if I help your friend get home safely,
Oh.
I'll just walk with her. I have nothing else to do.
That's nice of
Mm.
you.
It's
Well-
literally on the way. Like,
That's
She's just shaking her head. No.
okay. Like seriously, he owns a local business. He's not going to do anything creepy, especially when I go. By the way, mate, Foden Neef, licensed investigator. There we go. He's not going to try anything shit now. Nothing against you. It's just assuage my friend's face.
You see his eyes like dart quickly to like some papers on his desk. Oh, hi.
The expired license date, like.
I wish you would have told me that sooner.
like with a marker, changes the year expiration date as soon as we leave.
As like the whiteout.
Right, mate. I'm not with the guard and private. You don't have to worry.
Yeah, the thing is, that's what they'd say.
It is what they'd say.
Anyways, I would appreciate if you could escort Thorn. Only if it's not a bother, though.
No, it's fine. Again, I was going into the city anyway to get some lunch. So, where am I taking you?
Yeah, so it's on the main street, and I'll just give him directions and say we're at the storefront.
I still don't think.
I think Thorn goes up to Sienna and sort of just like squeezes her arm, and she's like, "Hey, I'm okay. I can handle myself."
I know, but he's a complete stranger. That's not. Sure.
We've
If
met
you say
with
that.
strangers.
I mean, I'm just going to say Thorn's,
True.
19, not 9.
You aren't here. Shut up.
They're whispering. They're in the girl circle. Get out today. Boys not allowed.
They're leaning over my head to do this, okay?
We are not. Shut up.
We walk
I'm
away.
right down
fuck
here.
you.
You are not.
As this is all being discussed and ready to go, Thodane, you feel a tug at your side, and you see Snowbear look up to you. So does that mean I have my own cart?
Yes, it does.
Oh fuck, we forgot about him.
Again, he can literally sit on someone's lap. He's fine.
Yeah, apparently you do have your own little seat now.
Yippee!
I mean, you can't even see over the top, but he has his own seat.
I'm sure he can stand and just like.
And then we just hear this, oh, and as he falls out.
Are we going to come back one day and he's going to be dressed like a member of ZZ Top, including fake beard?
Oh my god. I think Thorn also says to Sienna, plus I can keep an eye on the infestation that we got in Samara to make sure nothing else happens.
Ooh. Also, she seemed pretty nice, and I think she's close to your age, so, maybe you get along.
I think I almost killed her when she was on the ladder, so I want to...
Oh, that was an accident. That was an accident. You can befriend people after accidents. It's fine. Just try. Make conversation with her.
I could befriend people after almost killing them?
No, after accidentally almost killing them. Almost killing them makes the thing more complicated.
Isn't that literally how we met?
Leonie, I love you.
That's Sienna talking, not me.
No, I know.
Above table,
I
isn't that
also think
literally
that,
how this group met? You nearly killed me and Finel,
No, I
and
know.
now we're all friends.
I know. It's just like your logic is amazing. I love it. It's anyways.
I mean, purposefully trying to kill someone is different than accidentally shoving them up a ladder.
No, I get it. I get it.
As he begins to outfit all of you with the proper equipment, he kind of begins to show you around just the general usage of the device. He does point out one thing. So this down here is located just on the side of all three of these swiftdrifters. This is the power pack. This is kind of the arcane core, the thing that gives the device a bit of a thrum. That's the power source. Do be careful with this one. It's protected, it's all sealed, so usually nothing ever happens. But in areas where there's a bit of like arcane flux, it can be overpowered and just have issues sometimes. So just bear that in mind. But for the most part, this thing should just run as sweet as anything. As well, these batteries kind of last for about half a day or so, depends on how much use you have. As well, they don't really obey speed laws. The engine itself kind of gives its own gravitational field, yada yada yada. I know I'm boring you, But essentially, if you keep holding onto your accelerator, you'll keep going faster and faster and faster. So do just bear that in mind. Slow down when you need to. But as well, these charging packs, about half a day maximum, can be used. But if you need to recharge them, there's plenty of recharge stations around the city. You won't find them anywhere else, though. So if you ever leave the surrounding area, just bear that in mind that once you run out of battery, that'll pretty much be it. Unless you have some way to infuse it with magic or whatever. I don't know. Some people have. So yeah, just plug it in. The usage of these charging stations is free. You don't have to pay. It's all through the city. So just enjoy yourselves. Have fun. That's what it's for. So yeah. And as well, if you could not participate in any racing, that would be appreciated, because I know it can be fun, but sometimes these groups have a bit more of a dangerous tendencies and try to spice it up a bit. So just try and avoid those if necessary. Don't try and antagonize any of other groups that are trying to show off their machismo. So that's just not worth it. But yeah, you're all ready to go, ready, set, and go. Just pull that lever.
Pull the lever.
You feel the heavy growl of the engine. Which one are you on for now?
What is there a difference between the two single occupancy ones?
Yeah, so one is like a heavy, souped-up version. The other one is like
that one's Fennell's. Tatiana isn't getting on that.
There you go. That's more than one, apparently.
So as soon as you pull that lever, just it just begins to bounce for a second as it's just this heavy like engine kicks in. You see, he kind of like looks over. Whoa! Careful! Things like a horse. It'll kick back and do all sorts of things. But just bear that in mind. Seahorse. What does he know?
Seahorse, yes.
He knows about horses. He's been
okay.
up here a while. He knows.
Does he? Does he ever?
He knows about horses.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
jeez.
Jesus.
Amazingly, I've not seen a horse for the past year.
He's been
There was some real rage on that one.
Yeah, he's seen a horse. Like, oh my god.
I wasn't being
Hey,
on that yet.
Okay,
How
I'm
many not
sorry.
seen a horse?
No, I know, but like, oh my god.
Sorry.
Now-
Sorry. It's
How do
okay.
you
I'm
how do
sorry.
you feel
I'm
with
sorry.
this power in your hands? How does it feel?
Feels good.
Feels good. Do you want to just rip it? Do you
Yeah.
want to just go?
Yeah, I'll go try it again.
No,
Wait for
no.
us.
Just
Wait.
fucking takes off.
Okay, we didn't have to worry about Thorn getting lost, but now it's all lost.
Yeah.
I can see all.
Oh. I can see all.
He just takes off like a rock outside of the shutters. Continues to growl in the air. Everyone begins to like look up. Wow, what is he?
It's so beautiful.
Is it a plane?
Oh,
Is it a
wow.
bird? It's a fish.
That's
Oh,
a-
man.
Is it a bird? Is it a
That's
plane?
good.
Whatever it is, it's coming right at us.
Oh, that's
So now's the first one to rocket out. Sienna, you start yours.
More carefully.
It's just this kind of like moped little
Yeah.
sound,
Perfect.
just purring.
oh god.
Nice.
But you begin to head off, and then for Thodane, as you're beginning to start up with Snowbear in one, Ven in the other cart to your side, you start the engine, and it's probably about middle of the road. With the extra weight that you guys have with you, it does kind of meet the same requirements as Sienna's, but it's a bit more
So
beefed
that,
up
like,
version.
yeah, Snowbear's really bringing that weight up. Like, fat
Yeah.
bastard.
As you start, the two of you begin to head up and follow behind for now. Whilst Thorn, you see Talon just kind of like hands in pockets, look up at the three of them go. Oh, well, rest in peace. Let's go.
Hey, why do I smoke gas?
Oh my
He
It was
looks-
all an elaborate murder scheme.
He locks up the shop as he begins to walk alongside you, Thorn. Don't worry, that was a joke. Do-re-mi, he throws the keys out to the three Kenkus, and you see the three of them just begin to rush over to try and grab them. Just look after the place while I'm gone for a bit. Cool. Go on.
That's amazing. I'm sorry. That's awesome.
But you all begin to head back. Some of you guys begin to get an aerial view of the city, whilst Thorn walks alongside the owner of the shop. And we're going to have a quick break. Since it's about halfway through, so we're going to have a 5-10 minute break. So stay tuned, grab a glass of water or whatever you like, and we'll see you in a bit.
Woo!
Bye-bye.
Oh.
go exploring the city from above, go down below to Thorn. Thorn, you're currently walking alongside the owner of the garage, Taryn. He's just there by your side. He's kind of got his hands in his pockets, just kind of walking idly. He's not really paying too much interest to you directly. He's just kind of like walking, just in his own world. Is there anything you can do whilst you walk alongside him?
I'm pretty sure she is whatever like topics to talk about experiences, and so she's like looking at her mom. It's like ask about them, you know, like just like little notes on her phone where it's like, alright, how do I engage in conversation without acting like an asshole? So she'll just sort of, I guess, awkwardly, it's awkward. Like so, how long have you been on the bike shop thing?
The bike shop thing. The garage, yeah, I've had it for a long time. It's my own business, so kind of founded it. First off, it was just a small little building that you were in before, then just gradually over time built on size, and that's what it is today. Had different people work with me, for me, over a long period of time. I started doing this when I was about 16, so 14 years of just hard graft. It's been good. Kind of started using, well, the first thing that I used was, sorry, That's all it took.
Yeah, I figured.
I have the dodgiest setup. What he said was, even politicians, they're supposed to be the guys who can talk and can make plans and noble houses, whatever the fuck. But at the end of the day, it's they can't really use their words properly. They just say keywords and that's it. They try and buzz some excitement, and it's just a bit fluffing for no reason, really, hiding the truth through words.
Thorn looks back at her palm, and there's a note that just says, "Don't bring up politics."
You see, he starts getting a bit like frustrated, like as he starts talking about it himself. He's
like, other subjects. I don't know what to talk about. I'm sorry.
Where are you from? How about that? Where are you from? Okay, we can don't have to talk about it. This over here, it just begins to point at something. Like, I know politics isn't a thing to talk about, but this isn't politics, this is kingdoms. This here, and he gestures over to this huge estate. When you see an estate built for people, it's massive. This is 3 times as big because this is built for giants. He kind of gestures to it. Look, it looks fucking abandoned. Like, there's like big bits of cobweb hanging around on some of the outer exterior. And he's just kind of like pointing to it. This was the royal family. This is probably one of the things that your friends are going to see from above, since they're going on this like little tour, whatever they're doing. This is the royal family. They're fire giants, but they're not really around anymore.
Does the house have a name?
Yeah, they use 2 different names, but the empress who reigned follows the surname Shiva. That's their kind of family name, but they have like some connections to the core, and there's other fire giant families out there. Don't worry about it. Well, all you need to know is this used to be the hub, the place of power. Then she kind of renounced that power, and now the rest of these fucking houses, they're the ones calling the shots. She's like in there somewhere, alone, I think. Most of her family are dead. Those that were going to take over and like successors. She's got other family that come in and out. They're a bit more present, but she's not seen really. She's a bit sad. Anyway, he just begins
Thorn just like sort of speaks up. She's like, "Does everybody have dead parents around here?" That seems like a trend.
Yeah, well, so I'm guessing. Okay, yes, seems to be a trend. 3.
Well, I don't know.
To me.
I don't know if my parents are dead or not. I just never met them.
Oh yeah, well, I never met my distant family either, but I'm kind of glad that they're dead.
Okay.
Yep, baggage. Right, let's move on.
This is the best conversation I've ever had with an NPC.
He just continues to walk around and show you some other bits. As you begin to descend down into the central line, where the river kind of runs through and the rest of the roads kind of follow as well, he begins to point you at other buildings. He points you to the sauna area where you've stayed. He also points to a place next to it, a large, like bank-looking area that looks very intimidating from the outset. Kind of like a bronzy, greenish coloration to most of the stonework here. And he kind of gestures to it. This is a place called the Reserve. This one's called the Copper Reserve. This is where, if you're looking for some money, any loans or projects that you're wishing to make, invest, even yourself, you can always pitch yourself. This is kind of the place to go. There's private investors here and there. You can find them in the houses, but I wouldn't trust the houses. There's no real point in going to them. You're best just going here because at least they're independent. They don't like seek out other investors to fund themselves. They themselves are the investors, and they're a good, reputable source. So if you're going to go anywhere for money, go there. And they're kind of good people. So just go in there. outside of that, there's other things I could show you, like the houses and shit, but it's a bit boring. So we're nearly at your place now, so we'll just kind of end the mini tour and we'll just part ways there. Unless there's something that you do want to see.
Someone mentioned a magic shop, but if that's out of the way, then I don't want to detail.
Magic shop. You're talking about magic items, like enchanted shit.
Yeah. I wasn't. All I was told was that there was magic items. Nobody told me what the name of the shop was or shop
Oh yeah,
or
yeah.
anything
There's
like that.
there's a few here and there, but there's like one which stands out from the rest. It's called the Bright Star. It's fairly decent, good prices, good company. If you're gonna get anything that has some sort of potency to it, that's the place to go. Same with like potions, scrolls. If you ever need that sort of stuff, that's kind of like the see-all hero kind of place to go when it comes to magic.
All right. Is that far away from here, or?
No, it's just located in the middle, so just over the river on the other side, you'll be able to find it. Your place is located on this side of the river, so I'll take you there first, and then once you meet up with your friends, you can then go there afterwards if you want. I don't know what your plans are. Unless you want to go now and like take all the good stuff.
Thorn thinks that over. Yeah, let's go now. Just real quick, and then I'll go back to the shop.
All right. So you're going to head to the magic shop?
Yes.
All right. So he takes you over the river, takes you to the opposite side, and you find this very kind of well-presented exterior. It kind of blends in with the rest of the buildings here, but this one has more of this kind of illusionary effect to it, where the stone itself seems to be moving back and forth, has a bit more of a whimsical style to it, and the stonework itself seems to have like speckles of a bright light that shine through it, almost like the entire stone is like the night sky, and those speckles are kind of starlight just bouncing through and shining throughout. There's a doorway at the front, and as you approach, you kind of enter, and you can see that the interior is quite large. There's plenty of items on display. It kind of runs down the middle and then to the sides, so you can kind of walk around in kind of like an O fashion. There's a couple of people already in here, and you can see they're kind of inquiring on certain items, and you can see there's two people seemingly working here. One seems to be this kind of very skinny, scrawny-looking dragonborn, kind of like quite like skinny. You can see almost his fingers moving with the bones rather than any muscle, and he's just kind of like leaning forward and talking about certain items. You can just hear him in earshot roughly, and then you see on the opposite side kind of inspecting some items that are being sold to them. You see several vines kind of wrap around the item itself, and you see this what looks like a plant sort of person. Someone made completely out of plant matter, like vines and bits of kind of like wood and oak, just dressed in different areas. As there's almost like this somewhat hood of a leaf that just kind of wraps around their bulb of a face. And you can just see like the lips begin to move. They seem to have some sort of form. They themselves have like a slender looking female design to them, but their appendages are quite long as they're reaching around and kind of grabbing these items. I might as well just send you the items and you can have a look through them rather than just say them. And if there's anything that you like, you can just say, I want to steal that.
I'm not going to steal it!
No, I don't mean literally. I mean like,
Okay.
take it before everyone else does.
Okay. I was like, I'm a rogue, but not like that.
Not like
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a rogue to your friends, not strangers, apparently.
Yeah, some strangers. I was honestly, I was thinking about pickpocketing that guy from before that was like, oh, my stuff, just to see if he was actually lying and see if he had any money on him.
Okay, let's see. I have to send in 2 lots because there's a word
lot.
count.
Oh my god, there's a word count. Holy shit.
So you can have a read through that, and if there's anything you want to purchase, you can tell me, but for the meantime, we're going to jump over to the others.
Holy shit, that's a lot.
So the rest of you, you're traveling via bike, you're going over the city, Who's kind of leading this charge? I imagine Thodane, or you guys just kind of like spreading out? What's the deal here?
I mean,
you're having to slow down.
Or is Fennel gonna crash?
Like, is Fennel even in the same city at this point? Like,
It's up to him.
is he halfway back to where we got on the bloody airship?
I don't know how I don't break the 100 feet barrier at this point.
Never mind the 100 feet
How's
barrier.
that
What
even
about the
feel?
sound barrier?
Actually, that's a good point. How's
It's
that
kind
feel?
of like you have like your own gravity around you, so there's no like whiplash. You just kind of go up at an angle, and then at one point you go bang, straight vertical, and then just like keep going on that plane. Every so often, when there's a building that comes up, you are going to that building's height as well. So like mountains and stuff. If you find any like difference in terrain, you're following that same 100 feet from that point of view. So even when there's like larger buildings that rise upwards, you can like fly up the side and then reach up to a higher point. But up to you guys if you want to stick together or if you're separating.
Well, I think after Fennel hits the barrier and slams straight, he'll look around, he'll try and slow down and look for the others.
As you kind of hit that barrier, something on your kind of like dash below, there's several levers. You pointed at some things that show like diagnostics of stuff. But you see one that kind of like flash for a moment. And you can ascertain that seems to be the barrier, the kind of height level restrictions that are set in these things. And you get an idea that you could probably jerry-rig this and try and like push its limits if you wanted to. You could go
Why would you
above
tell him that?
the
Why
recommended
would you tell
100.
him that?
I'm surprised Fennel has the engineering capability to work that out. How far away are the others? Are they catching up to me?
They're in your smoke, but you can drive right back to them in a flash.
In my smoke. Can I see them?
You can see them, yeah, faint in the distance.
Okay. I won't touch it for now. I'll just get back to the others.
Okay.
I don't imagine that whenever you're going anywhere on this one, I just hear Slow Ride.
Slow Ride, don't know that reference.
Slow Ride, the song.
No.
Oh, he didn't
Nope,
play
don't
Guitar Hero.
There we go. Thank you, Fred.
Same time.
So the three of you reunite. Sienna, yours is like just not really getting much.
That's
Fodane,
okay.
yours is cruising alongside Ven. And for now, races back around and is just there with you guys, slowing down to a pitter.
Sierra's just enjoying herself, just calmly sitting on the thing, going, "Ah, yes, this is lovely. You know, I could almost bring out my knitting stuff on here. This is great. We do this more often. I don't know what I was afraid of." And like meanwhile, she's just tuckering and like.
Can I start doing loops around Sienna's one? It's going that slow.
You both have a very similar kind of engine, so you try, and then at some points she's just kind of like catching that loop. So you're just a fraction quicker.
Ben's just like motion sick at this point. He's like going, "Ugh, stop doing that."
Fennel's got like that crazy scientist grin, hunched over, like
Oh,
arms
no.
up, hair slipped back.
Ben's just like, maybe, I'm glad I didn't run the
Fennel, where'd that massive beard come from?
It's
Where's
just
the
Where's
most
smoke.
your hair? What up? What's happening?
Like, what's with the sunglasses and the hat?
I found it along the way.
Kid.
Don't ask questions.
I just caught them in the air.
I robbed a guy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just Fennel going up to someone. Hi, I need your shoes, your jacket, and your motorcycle. As I am the most polite Terminator, what's it to you?
Yeah. Okay, so where are you guys going? Are you just gonna try and look around, see what you find, or do you have somewhere of interest you're looking for?
That's up to Thodane.
I was going to say it's up to you guys, because we can either go straight back to the shop or we can do the tour now.
I mean, I'm not gonna die. Sienna is worried about Thorn, but Thorn also told her to not worry. So she's like, "No, we can do the tour now. Yeah."
Are you verbalizing that, or is it?
Yeah, she's essentially going exactly like this. She's just like, "Yep, let's do the tour now. Let's do it now. Right now."
Right, all right then, and I'm going to turn whichever is the opposite way from which way my shop would be, and like do a lap, and just to all like the big spots, try and get a lap around, and then end around the shop.
All right. So just roll a perception check advantage as you begin to look around, scour to points of interest, and point them out to the rest of the party. All right. So you kind of go for the main large things because you don't really have much time. So you're going to kind of point out the main big things here in the city. As you begin to turn around, you see the first two large structures of this city, the two mountains themselves. With no building impeding the view, you see them for what they truly are. Rising up from the left and the right, the two mountains have two different names, which Thodain shares with you as Kilial being the eastern mountain and Ginvarat being the western mountain. Both these mountains, at the very peak of them, hold a arcane factory where all of this arcane power that floods through the city is being made, produced, pumped. And that has a no-fly zone. You can kind of see that there's kind of wards in place. There's like a bubble around the area, but it glows with a brilliant blue light that just shines overhead. On those two mountains, both of them have what look like skyports, large kind of plateaus that extend out from the mountains, and you can see airships. Not too dissimilar from the one that you were on, but these ones are more military, more kind of well-built, built for some sort of some fights in the air, perhaps, or just to transport some high-ticket items or people as well. They're all kind of decorated in a very dark black steel, which Thodain explains is kind of like the main resource that these fire giants have used. This is known as dark steel, infused by the fire giants. It is one of the most toughest alchemical metals that have ever been made, and it's used and infused in several parts of this city, which you can see. That includes the airships themselves, as well as other parts of them. On the western mountain, you find this large, what looks like a Colosseum from far away, but as you begin to grow closer, and Thodain kind of points out, this is more of a mausoleum. This is a place that, large in stature, very traditional looking, with kind of like bits of obsidian here and there, but mainly marble kind of structure around it. This place is home and is the main kind of place of kind of like a graveyard, if you want to put it that way. It's a place where the people go to die, and rather than having a place of burial, like a graveyard itself, they are placed in this mausoleum as a place to remember. So you see a lot of foot traffic back and forth going to this place in particular. People paying their respects, either someone dying recently or from the past. This is also known as the domain of the House of Mortem. These people are kind of the mortuaries, the people who inspect the dead and find ways to fix certain plagues, etc., etc. But so they are located on the western mountain. As well, you can see some other kind of notable places of mention, but all of them are much smaller than this one. This stands out a lot more than the rest of the buildings here. Going over and kind of following the front of this bowl, you see that the river continues to run through. Eventually it leads out into the open space that is Les Ronces, outside of Alakshayr's walls. And you go towards the eastern mountain. Here, you find there are two buildings that seem quite large in grand design. One of them is this large, like, tree, but rather than be made of natural resources, you see that it is all stonework. The building itself is almost carved completely out of marble and stone, but it resembles that of a large, luscious tree that has several oaken roots that rise outwards and connect into the main stump and trunk itself. This has no real kind of place of learning or purpose. It is just a representation of one of the major houses that are here, and that's House Relandia. They are known for their textiles and craft. They are one of the first founding houses, one of the major houses here, and they deal in textiles as well as arcane infusing. So they have a very strong presence when it comes to the arcane refineries up above. Going throughout, looking back down into the main city itself, other bits of interest are pointed out, but for the main part, there's no big things that stand out. The docks are probably the biggest thing to kind of showcase here. A place where both fire giants as well as humanoid individuals kind of use as a place of docking, either to stay or to bring their goods. It is one of the busiest ports that you've ever seen, and from above you just see that there is hundreds and hundreds of ships just coming in and out of the various sizes, as well as different banners as well. But heading back down, you eventually come back around to Thodane's place of work, and he points out a few things in the general area, but again, nothing really stands out. But you arrive back. For Thorn, did you purchase anything? Did you find anything that you liked, or are you just going to head back?
I'm broke as fuck.
All right.
What was that about those 200 gold pieces we got? What was that?
No, there's better shit. I don't got the money. I can get like one. I swear to God, I can get one thing. I can get one thing.
What? What kind of expensive?
I was in my head
that-
like as you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna
Do those
go
prices
there," and I
include
was
the
like, "With
discount?
what money?"
They're not including discount.
That's
No,
not
okay.
including
Well, then
discount.
I could probably purchase a few more things, but I don't think we have the discount right now. So,
I want to spend my money. That's what I want.
shit's expensive.
You head back to meet the rest, yeah?
Yes.
All right, so waiting there for you to arrive, or kind of arriving at the same time, you see Thorn down below just waiting alongside Talon. Whilst this is all happening...
He's still there?
Well, he's just kind of walking up. He's just there.
Mhm.
You're both arriving at the
Yeah.
same time because you went on a little bit of a detour. But as you're arriving, you can see that some furniture began to move from the storage unit beside Thodane's workplace. And you can see kind of lifting some things. You see Samara kind of like moving things back and forth.
Why is she
and,
the one? She was supposed to hire someone.
as she's kind of like lifting some boxes and placing them to the side, you see Talon just kind of like looks at her for a moment and kind of like, what's her name?
Oh.
Okay. Do I play matchmaker? Do
Yes.
I? Okay, done. I'll look at him and I'll just sort of smile and say, "That's Samara."
Okay. You at this point see Samara kind of see you guys walk in. Hello, welcome back. I've started removing some of the things inside, so now we have a bit more space to work with. There's a table already in there that we can repurpose. Thorn, if you want to roll an insight check.
I would love to. I would actually love to. I was gonna ask, but I was waiting. All right. Please don't let this be bad. Yes,
Nice.
22.
You see
The important
Samara's
rolls.
just kind of like talking, just kind of out there, moving very to the point. She sees you, doesn't really see Talon. But you kind of like look over to Talon, you see his like heart emojis in his eyes. He's just kind of like looking towards her with this fascination. You see he kind of like fumbles his words a little bit, but you hear him just whisper, "All right, I'll see you around," and he just begins to head off.
I'll just say to him, like, just with like a little bit of a sly smile, just like, "You don't want to come inside for tea?"
No, thanks. See ya. Try tell your friends not to break the bikes. Thanks. Otherwise, the money's mine.
Yeah.
And he goes into a little bit of a jog.
I'll sort of look at Samara, just still have that little bit of a smile, and
Uh-huh.
she'll be like, "Need any help inside?"
And no, I think everything's okay. got some help inside already, organising some things, putting them in boxes. So hopefully in the next day or two, everything will be out of here. So all good.
Good. We have people coming to fix up the hole, right?
You just
Oh.
hear the red engine of Fennel.
I thought something had exploded from inside the shop. I was like, what happened?
No, it's
The
exploded
whole
from above. The
not
sky is
infected,
falling.
fixed.
Jesus.
The rest of you then arrive at the exterior of Thordane's workplace.
That was fun.
That was lovely.
That was amazing.
His hair is just like permanently just like
Yeah.
back from the wind.
It's somehow become a mohawk. Just
Let's do it again. You guys.
He's
had
gonna
fun?
become like those skydiving people who can never live down the adrenaline.
It's,
look. All
We
I'm
don't need more
saying
skydiving in this campaign.
is at one point I want whoever wants to have had a high speed chase on that bike specifically.
I think Thorn just sort of like side eyes for now. Like, you guys had fun.
Yes, it was quite nice. You should honestly try it, but don't try Fennel's one. Try the one I was on, because his is like 80 times faster. So don't take that.
To use
It's
the technical
great
term, it
if you
goes
want the adrenaline.
bastard fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good. No thanks.
But it was really enjoyable. Like, you have an amazing view from up there, and you don't even have to go very fast, and the machine does a lot of the work for you. Like, you really just have to steer every now and again. Obviously, if you're not going fast.
Maybe I'll
Fennel looked like he had a bit more to do.
try it at some point. I don't know. But we'll see. I checked
you have
out
a nice
the,
walk?
yeah, I checked out the magic shop. Everything is really expensive. And she sort of just like she like looks down, she's like, I have the money.
Yeah, I just used all my money, so
Why would
I'm
you
pretty
do
broke.
that? We need it.
we don't. Not at the moment.
Technically, it's a deposit, so you can get that back if you just take the bikes back.
Yeah.
True.
Well, minus a small fee.
Are you guys struggling with coin?
No.
Everyone's gonna think we're poor now. Damn it.
Oh, yeah,
We are,
see,
but damn it.
No,
Our
just
street cred.
literally just go and marry my parents. It's fine.
No,
Okay,
If you're
see-
really in
poor.
need of money, I can just go
We're
and marry my
poor.
parents.
I'll like Thorn will like point to Sienna and stuff. We're poor. No, they're fine.
We are poor. Yes. Why are we poor?
Okay, in real world money, how much is 200 gold the equivalent to?
Fuck ton.
$50.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not
So-
poor.
Well, no.
No,
So the
like
way
I
that,
said,
the way
we
that
are.
gold works, the way that gold works is like one gold piece is like $100, pretty much. Or that's
Yeah,
what
okay.
I saw. So
We are
Yeah, that's
very
not
much
too
not
far
poor.
off.
in
Yeah.
terms of buying stuff at the magical shop, we are poor.
Yes.
That's
You see,
Oh yeah, I
Samara just kind
can't.
of-
Oh no, I only have enough to buy half a Bugatti Veyron. I'm broke.
Samara just gestures to Thordane. Well, if you're looking to purchase something that's going to benefit our work, you can always put some of it on the expenses on the company.
Oh yeah, no, I'm aware of that. It's just Bernie said he's going to give us put a word in at local magical item shop. I think Form was talking about more of a personal item.
There's a difference.
But are you buying it for you or for the collective business so that anyone here could use it?
Me. Why would
Well-
I buy it for anybody else?
Yes, it's personable. Not.
Think of it this
Not
way,
related
though.
to the
We need to make sure that our field workers are properly prepared. So it would be okay if we put some of it on the books.
Yeah, no, I'm aware of that, and I'll
Sounds
once we get a better
great.
idea of. Well, no, it's exactly what the expenses fund is for. As long as we don't abuse it.
True.
I can work my magic. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You just tell me how much you'll want to dedicate to it, and I can try and get it arranged.
Yeah.
I'll push some things aside and add a bit more here and there. So it'll make life easier.
No, thank you.
Sienna, that's exactly what an accounting person is meant to do. They're meant to balance the budget so you can afford things. This isn't dodgy. That's
Right, it
literally-
sounded really dodgy.
No, it's just doing the numbers. Like, oh, we're
It's-
paying a
okay.
lot on this expense. We don't need that much.
Oh, okay, that's what
It's
you meant.
also it's 13. Do you really think he's going to do anything dodgy or that dodgy?
Sure.
There's gaming the system and then there's breaking the law. They're two different things. One
Yeah,
is just
yes.
like knowing, like, oh, if I fill in this form, I get this much off of this expense. Therefore, it's saving a bit of money. It's all legal.
Sienna's just looking at you very blankly, like.
Event 2, there's like that meme where it's just like math equations
Don't-
going around. Like, what the fuck are we
start
talking
crossing
about?
over.
Just listening to you, nodding along, and just not a thought behind her head.
So I'm guessing for Ven, it's a case of you've not had to deal with funds in that larger number, and for you, Sienna, it's you have people for that.
Yes,
Fair enough.
I've never had to. Okay.
Look, don't worry. Like, everything is above board. The expenses fund is.
Perfect.
If I ever put anything on there that is blatantly me trying to get money off Miriam, then she is going to throw the book at me, and I'm very literal about that.
Good.
Right.
Good. That's good.
Well-
Today, how
Yep.
knowledgeable are you on the magical items?
Fair bit, but that's a very broad subject. Like,
Oh,
like,
is there
yeah.
like an item that could protect someone from being scryed on?
so Jack knows that exists, but does Fodane know that exists?
Yeah, you would know. This is
Yeah.
kind of like a common, almost MacGuffin used in a lot of detective novels that you've read, just to kind of hide and make things more difficult in the story. Yes, I'm poking fun at D&D stories as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's fair. Yeah, no, it shows up in a lot of stories. I'm not quite sure how easy they are to get a hold of. But yeah, no, they do exist. We can have a look at the shop, or if there's nothing there, I can see about, looking into some of my contacts, seeing if there's anybody who can get a hold of one.
Nice. That's good to know.
Yeah. But,
Do you need
You know,
that
for Thorn.
Oh, yes, good thought, actually.
Question.
I mean, so far, we haven't seen signs of anyone looking for her specifically, but with what happened at the circus, not a bad idea.
I mean, they're handy to have just in general, just because it also stops anybody from just peeking in on conversations, as well as more concerted efforts.
Yeah, if we're gonna be
question.
detective work, you know.
I have a
Yeah,
What's
that's
guessing?
just because I started thinking about it. Would Miss Lycentra have made something like that, or because she's, I don't know, it might be a shot in the dark, but would she have made something that sort of like protects from that, or?
She would have spoken and stuff like that, yeah. Definitely.
Okay, spoken.
You
Got
wouldn't
it.
have seen her like going, oh, look at this is what I've read.
Yeah. Because I was gonna ask like if she gave Thorn one, but if she didn't, then that's fine. Okay, yeah. That sounds like a good idea, really.
we can have a look, and if you think that's a priority, then we can make it one. As that is to do with some rather personal stuff, Fawn, I'll leave it up to you whether or not you want to put that on an expense, because it is also rather useful for the business as well. So have a think. We'll see about that one. As for anything else, like I said, most like my gun's a magical item, and I've got a couple of other bits and bobs. It's a very broad subject, so
Oh, that's
most
also
of-
just what I wanted to ask.
fair enough.
Well, what now? What are we going to the store, or what's up? Are we doing?
Well, let's see if Bernie's actually had a chance to let the guy know we've got the discount. in the meantime, I was going to have a look at some of the job requests and then see if there's anything we can line up. Get some money coming in. Does anyone have any objections to that?
No?
No, that sounds
Do you
good.
want some help with that, or would you feel
I'm
more comfortable going
I'm
through
just going to give it a look through and get rid of anything that would have already timed out while I was away,
Mhm.
and anything that just isn't really worth our time. And then once I've got that, I'll bring what's left to the rest of you. We'll go over what there is, and we'll work it out from there.
Perfect. Sounds like the rest of us can just relax for a moment.
Yeah.
I think we need that.
Okay, what's the plan?
So-
He looks through stuff, we relax.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to go through the job requests and like I said, anything that's timed out. So like they said, it's got to be done within a week while I was away for a couple of months. Then
Yeah, sure.
that's going to be done.
You just begin to file through some things quickly. You can see that Samara has kind of like already done the skimming through them, and has left you kind of like notes on some of the notes that you've got. There's some that she kind of highlights as important, and so on and so forth. As you're beginning to go through all of these notes, you kind of throw some away in the bin because they're, again, expired or don't have any need. But you see one which is kind of addressed with a seal in the center that has kind of a very formal look to it. Samara has written next to it. Seems to be of some sort of official. I believe this is a crest from the city of Sifdos.
Right. Okay.
She hasn't broken the seal. She's kind of left it there closed.
Yeah. I just want to give it like a proper look, as in from a magical slant. Like if there's anything to it in that regards.
Sure thing. Roll a Arcana check.
Sure. There we go.
18.
18.
There seems to be some sort of magic imbued in the seal itself. You get the idea that the seal contains some divination magic, meaning that if this were to be opened, the person who had made the seal would know that it's been opened.
Okay. Yeah.
Apart from that, seems to be a regular letter, but enchanted to the point where it cannot be destroyed in terms of just weather and so on and so forth. Minor enchantment.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Yeah. I think I'll crack that one open because it looks particularly important.
Mm-hmm. As you begin to read through it, you just begin to see a letter that's not too dissimilar to the one you received when hearing about Kiv. The kind of general layout of the letter, it says Kiv has been put under order of Sifdos law. She has disobeyed the orders of law and order and thus will be punished accordingly. There is a date that's put on there, and that date from now looks to be about 2 weeks away. Judgment will be given on this date. Be there if you wish to share your thoughts or prayers.
Right.
But there's no other real mention on there about anything else.
So I've got 2 weeks to find good evidence, essentially.
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay then. Yeah, I'm gonna put that to one side. I'm gonna make a note. Just let me look over my actual notes in character for Fodain. Okay, yeah. I was a priest of the Tamora. Was it Tamora? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I'm looking into them because they were the hardest. They were pushing the hardest for Kiv's punishment. Do I know anybody in that faith, and as in the actual organization, or know of anybody?
Roll a religion check.
Sure. No.
Unfortunately not. You've not really had many dealings with them.
Yeah, that makes sense. Dice Y, that is like the third free today.
Not good on the rolls, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, in that case, you mentioned that they're fairly not quite nomadic, but a lot of them are like out. They're not really in the cities because they're a lot of traveling missionaries, I believe. But there's got to be a church or building of some description in the city, I'd imagine.
Of which faith in particular are you asking?
Is it Tamora? Did I write that down right? Sorry, one sec. I got a new computer and all my tabs weren't saved over, so.
All good.
There it is. Okay. Pat's friend.
I love how the glass has come up to see.
Yeah, because they started fucking up to hell. Like my
So panicked.
yeah, no, my studio has just gotten really warm in like the last hour, and I have no idea why.
Global warming.
Yeah. No, it's global warming. No, if only you could get me global cooling, please. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
Avandra, sorry. It's Dursk Littlefinger that I'm specifically looking for.
Yeah. One note on that, I did mispronounce the surname because I was thinking of Game of Thrones for some fucking reason. So it's Lightfinger, not Littlefinger. So just make a note of that.
Light as in Pepsi Light, or
yeah. Light as in the light itself.
Dursk Lightfinger.
You were thinking about Game of Thrones.
Because they're similar, you know. They're similar names.
Okay,
Finger.
So he evil as hell.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be honest. If you equated this guy to Littlefinger, then above the table, I'm just like, okay, he's definitely a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, he's evil. Like I said,
absolutely.
he's fucking evil. Like holy shit.
Nothing good about that.
Yeah.
Littlefinger.
No.
When it comes to Avandra and its priests, there's no real place of worship that is mentioned of. They kind of go back and forth, as you were saying, going to places where they need them most. And that tends to be places that have a dire need of luck or people who need a change in life. They seek them out and they make the change and they try to put them on the righteous path, be it for better or worse. But the only place of knowledge or place of sanctity that you know of them is in Trasvalar. That's the only place.
Okay, in that case, immediately, is there a slums district in this city?
Yeah, there's plenty. Although the city is kind of quite pristine in its design, some of the alleyways do have areas where they descend downwards into this kind of like hidden area beneath the city grounds. Not like a underground city or anything like that, but almost like courtyards and stuff that are built slightly below the ground to house some of the additional people that are in the city, because not everyone can sleep in the uppers. So there are some areas, a bit more dingy areas, you could say, located throughout. So perhaps you could find someone of Avandra there.
Yeah, because like Fodane's thought was because he was told this Dursk was the one who brought it forward and was pushing for the punishment. And if Kiv's been moved here, I really doubt that if this guy's involved, she's being unobserved. Mm-hmm. So I imagine there might be somebody from his group, if not himself, in the city. Best way to find him is to go where his people would be, which is where the less fortunate are.
Sounds like good logic. So you begin to kind of build that lead up and ready yourself to go on this investigative quest. That'll be towards the later part of the evening. At the moment, you know that you've got the magic shop to go to.
I just also definitely want to find something that will bring money in, because that is a personal one, mostly because I have hired these guys. I don't want to just go, we're doing everything pro bono, guys.
Yeah, sure thing.
We're earning zero money.
Yeah, but with swimming in goodwill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Okay, so are you guys all ready to go to the shop?
Yep.
Was there anything
I
else?
mean,
you
did they finish looking through all of the cases?
I skimmed
Was
through
there
most of
nothing
them.
interesting?
I think the one is kind of, with Kif taking priority right now.
Yeah, it's a bit distracting, isn't
I
it?
would if I hadn't found anything that paid at that point, I would have skimmed the rest, thrown out anything that wouldn't have been. Like I said, it was to find something that's still valid and worth paying, and then bring it to everyone later.
There are some other
To
things
decide
there.
to take it.
I will send you some more information, but not to bog down us with like, here's another side quest. Here's someone's
But basically give us like a semi job board thing to go over between sessions. That sounds like a good.
Question: how long does it take the Dane to do all of this?
maybe about 40 minutes or so, less than an hour. He's very
During that time, are we just like waiting?
seems to be.
Chilling. Yeah.
I've got a lot of books. If you want to read.
Thank you. As they're waiting, I think, as they're kind of standing still, not really doing anything, the thought of Shadow Pals not being there for a while kind of starts seeping in. Ben starts like tapping his leg on the floor, and eventually kind of stands up and is like, "I'm gonna go on a quick walk while we wait. I'll be right back."
Do you want company or do you want to go?
No, I'm fine. And he like almost dashes out.
Yeah.
Right, totally fine. Okay.
He's
You
mostly
go on a
just
little
gonna
walk.
yeah. Almost like pacing back and forth. Falling not into like a spiral, but like definitely anxiety building up as to where they are. Trying to think if there was anything before that has like summoned their presence that wasn't just him calling out for them.
You have this pace back and forth. You begin to think back to some of those darker times, and they kind of just appeared by your side. They were there, and they were always there since. And this is the first time since they introduced themselves that there has been that silence, and the pacing back and forth, although it keeps your body busy, your mind is still having those thoughts, those intrusive thoughts of where are they? Where could they be? Why aren't they here? What happened?
Especially they said they wouldn't leave me.
Exactly.
Can Thorn follow Ven? Sort of sneak after him. Just see what he's doing.
If you wish to try, for this, I will say, Cien and Fennel, the both of you watch as Thorn begins to follow behind Ven. Is there anything that you wish to do to impede this? If not, then we'll just see what happens with them two.
Sienna does give Thorn a slight disapproving look. Like he said that he wanted to be alone, but like she isn't going to stop Thorn.
I think Thorn just looks back.
Fennel would also say, I'd leave it, Thorn.
Thorn ignores Fennel.
Well.
And
Throw me, I guess.
Damn.
I was half expecting to say the better rogue.
Okay, look, Rogue 2, just respect someone's privacy.
Oh,
Okay,
come on! No, I don't want fucking hell. Okay, Thorn will just look at Sienna and she'll say, you know the times where I needed to be left alone and you didn't leave me alone, and it made me better.
I mean, yes, but we've known each other for quite a while longer than we've known Ben. We can just talk to him when he comes back.
I just want to try something. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay, Thorn, I'm going to need you to roll a stealth check. And Ven, I'm going to need you to roll a perception check, since you're actively trying to...
Don't bother. Don't bother. Don't bother at all. Don't bother. Don't bother. Don't bother.
That's
I'm-
the second
I'm-
that one in a
That
row
is
on
just
the
karma
subject.
immediately.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did you bring all that metal shit from the bike shop? God damn it, guys.
Yeah.
There's grease everywhere.
Still
Just
with grease in
walked
your
into
shoe.
it again.
I knew it. I knew it.
So, Thorn, you try and follow behind, but as soon as you turn the corner to pursue, Ven's not there anymore. You kind of looking around a little bit, pace around down some of the alleyways, but no sign of him at all.
God damn it. Here I want to have a character moment, but nope. Fuck you, dice.
Here you want a successful stealth check, to be honest.
I just want to
Okay.
experiment. I want to experiment to see if all the stealth rolls are bad.
Oh, you wasted a roll.
Okay.
That was the one good roll for the session.
No, it
I
wasn't!
rolled a
Shut up!
22.
Then you have
Oh, true, you also
a
did
moment
the
to
insight
yourself.
check.
Fuck off, shut up!
Guess I don't. Just trying to call out to them again, kind of biting his nails a little bit, just
Mhm.
going back and forth. Probably, I wouldn't say he's like getting attention to himself, but someone would, if they notice him, they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Okay. Can you roll a intelligence saving throw?
What?
Saving throw. Oh, okay.
What the? Okay.
The tiger comes. No, kidding.
What's happening?
7.
Oh no!
You begin to kind of like think back, call out, try your hardest to find some semblance of that entity, but it's to no avail, and the only thing that is followed is all of the memories that were before. To get to that moment of finding them, you went through trauma, and you're reliving that trauma in your mind. When there was silence before, you can now hear the discordant voices of not them, of other people, people close to you, people who were close to you, people who leave a distaste in your mouth. That just continues, and imagery pops in and out, and you see his face. You see his face, and then it's overlapped by another face, a face that met a swift end. Now you're finding in that moment of terror that the two did share a similarity. And another tries to bubble up in its place. You think for a moment it's Mark. You think for a moment it's your family. But no, there's some other face that tries to show itself, merged between the two of these as they're overlaid. And you just get a familiar feeling. But that is all kind of shaken out by someone who approaches. Excuse me. Hello. Are you okay?
I think Ven is on the verge of crying. He kind of like jumps back as he's approached by this person.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I just saw you were here down an alleyway by yourself. Just making sure that you're okay. I'll leave.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Just leave me alone. Please just go away.
And they just walk away slowly. You are now shaken out of that stupor, no longer seeing those visions and hearing those voices. You're just there, left by yourself again.
He probably just crouches down slowly, holding his head in his hands, and is gonna stay there for about maybe 10-ish minutes, trying to calm down.
Okay. As time continues to pass on, it is now the evening as the sun begins to set. Roughly around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening, you ready yourselves as a group to head to the magic shop. On your way there, the city itself is still alive. There's still people walking around, still busy, and you find the magic shop there and then. The bright star. And it shines, its particles that lay within the stonework itself shine brilliantly with colors of blue and white just shining throughout. And you head in. Who is the first to head in? Who is kind of leading this?
Me.
Okay. Sienna, you're the first one to walk in, and you can see that the interior is pretty much emptied at this point from when Thorn had first arrived. You can see that both of the people that work here are currently, one of them is leaning down in one of the display cases, just moving around some things, whilst another is going over a certain few items in the back. As you enter and approach, you see the Dragonborn, bronze Dragonborn, again, very skinny. Scales are quite jagged in design, but for his general appearance, he's quite gaunt and held to the bone. He looks over in your direction. Hello, welcome inside the Bright Star. How may I be of assistance for you? Are you looking to trade, sell, purchase magical items?
Good evening. We're really just looking to browse around. If we have any questions, we'll make ourselves known. Thank you.
Okay, well, if you have any questions, let us know. My name is Brass, and that is Clover. He gestures over to the plantoid woman. You begin to look around at the display cases. You can see there's several potions for sale, as well as just kind of general magic items that are on display. There are some kind of components and stuff for your spells if you wish to purchase any here. If you need any, they have them available. But for intents and purposes, I will just show you all of the magic items that they have here. You guys can look through it and see if there's anything you wish to purchase.
The discount price?
Well, if you wish to mention the discount, they may say something.
Somebody say it.
Yeah. Okay. Excuse me, Brass, was it?
Yes.
We recommended this shop by a friend of mine. What's his actual name? Bernard, was it Dredge? Smitten. Bernard Smitten.
Oh, yes. He had mentioned that you would be coming in. He was a good man. He had mentioned that he was willing to put some trade in for items that you'd purchased. Then, yes, there is a discounted price for all of these. We had negotiated to 50% of the asking price.
50.
As you will notice.
How rich is that friend of yours?
He funds. He and his wife fund my business and my life.
I know. Still, Jesus Christ, 50.
Okay, just verbally that. That's very generous of him. You all here, except Fawn, I guess, psychically. Fuck yes!
Fuck yeah!
Max,
I don't hear that.
Invisible rope. I love that.
Do I hear that? Do I hear the message?
Whoever he sent it to, they hear it.
Yeah, I did. I'm completely torn every time I try, but I'm just not expecting it to go through.
This time you hear it.
Sweet.
Ooh. What the fuck? Tracking mice? I want a tracking mice.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that and I was like, okay, that's for Sienna. 100%. Leonie's gonna want that.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but it's so cute.
Yeah, these are the items that they have for sale that are specialty items, but they also offer some other things as well. So if there's anything that you're looking for in particular, they can see in their storage unit to maybe offer it for you.
Out of character, yeah. I want those earthen boots. Those look good. I kind of want those.
Gavel of order. Sorry.
I mean, that's how you're supposed to say it. I would assume.
As well, he will just kind of look around. We also accept trade if there's anything that you wish to offer. Services as well can be used as purchase for some of these items. We are open to negotiations, of course. We require aid on many things. Certain items, be it less found in cities and more in the wilderness, components and such, but you can offer your skills as well.
I suddenly wish I had a bladed weapon, because that scabbard sounds awesome.
It does, doesn't it?
I mean, maybe you could use it for a holster. Who knows?
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. The origami is useful.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, Max. This is now just going to be a very quiet
this is
stream.
good stuff. This is good stuff. we're all looking.
This store is going to keep being here.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
come back.
This can be
And-
something
Well,
you
I'm
work
too poor
towards.
for any of this, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, okay, is this the
In my
discounted
chat.
prices? Or
No,
the
these
non-
aren't the discounted prices. You have to.
Yeah,
add
that's why I
50%
was like,
onto it.
guys.
So it's 250 for the... Okay.
Mhm.
The ones I like is fucking
Fennel,
I-
5k with a discount.
Fennel
I-
wants to pick up the
the-
butter knife.
no!
course
Oh
you do.
god!
Funny as
Of
hell.
course you do.
Oh no!
You try to pick up the butter knife, and it just whoop, 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 and then you catch it.
So, for the people watching at home, the butter knife, this weapon counts as a regular dagger, but when making an attack with it, flip a coin. If you call it right, the weapon deals double damage. Call it wrong, and the attack hits you instead.
How much do you want to bet, guys? Make your predictions now. That this motherfucker will never call it wrong with his luck.
We
I
need
swear
to-
to God.
If this
No,
ever gets
I'll
used,
call it now.
we need to make a spreadsheet of
Yes.
when it.
I'm
does
making
and when
it.
doesn't.
I'm keeping track.
Swear to God, I have so
Frank,
much faith
Frank,
that
you have
it'll
to buy
go
it.
wrong.
With your luck, you
fully
kinda have to
intend
get
on
it
buying
wrong.
it.
I have
Yes!
so much hope.
Hell
I
yeah.
have so much hope that it is gonna go wrong at everyone.
I want to
so
know
much
how
hope.
it works exactly, because what I'm picturing is you stab someone, and they like, oh shit, I got stabbed. Wait, there's nothing there. It's like, no, you're right. I've got to flip a coin. Bing. Calls it
Like, hold
wrong.
on.
Calls it wrong.
Wait,
The
wait,
person
wait,
who
wait,
flipped
wait.
the coin starts bleeding out.
That's what I was
Joke's on you. I wanted the knife in me, because now you don't have the knife.
Now I can cut my butter. Fuck you.
Yeah, I was just like, wait, hold on. Wait, oh fuck, I dropped it. Wait, hold on. An entire fight. He never gets a hit. He's just
It
dropping
just
the
lands
coin.
straight on the middle.
The enemy's just confused, like he's stabbing me, but he just ends up with cuts on his face.
Fennel used confusion. It works.
It's highly effective on both parties.
Okay, you have to buy this. You have to buy that knife.
Please
You really
do.
have to.
I'll fund
He's
it.
already
Fuck
said
it.
he will. Also, okay, do we want to be able to summon the gelatinous cube? Because I kind of want to be able to. Do it!
No.
Wait, what?
You want the mice. It's either the mice or the ooze. What do you like? Pick.
I can't buy
Pick
any
one.
of these. Not until
As
we bring
you-
back the...
As you begin to like
I want a
point out some of
gelatinous
these
cube,
items,
friend.
No.
Yeah!
you point out the gelatinous cube, and you see the plantoid woman. She kind of looks forward. Well, it is not really a friend. It is just contained within this bottle. You can try to make friends with it afterwards if you want to try.
Oh,
But
Ben didn't
as
say
soon
that.
as it opens up, it is a one-use item, and the gelatinous cube is now available to devour anything that's inside.
Okay, that's kind of not a great idea. No, we're not getting that.
But bear in mind that the gelatinous cube, it can devour all organic material. So it can be handy for certain situations. And as well, if you do not break the bottle, you can absorb the gelatinous cube back into it, as long as it is not perished.
Oh, so it's not. It's not. You break it, you lose it. It's you
No.
open it, it gets out. You can put it back in.
As long as both are intact, yes.
Okay, QB, get back in the bottle. QB, stop eating that halfling. QB, he ate the halfling.
Do we want to get it?
Okay, kind of. Not gonna lie, I do kind of want to know. I do kind of want to
Yeah,
know.
I kind of
But
want
like
to.
the red,
can't help but try
what if
to
it
be-
eats one of us? That's not how we want to use the
it's a
player
sacrifice
character.
I would be
What
willing
if-
to make.
Listen. Over time, if we feed it, it'll start to love us. It's fine. We'll make it a friend.
That's exactly how it works.
Manipulation. Let's go.
Then QB's getting a bit big. Have you been feeding him on the sly? Because I haven't seen Samara in a week.
No,
not Samara.
not Samara. I wouldn't feed
Not
it
Samara.
Samara, but like some other people, maybe.
Okay, I'll
Okay,
rephrase a bit. Thorn, have you been feeding QB on the side? Because
Yeah,
I can't find
exactly.
Fennel anywhere.
Yeah, because the thing is, think about how many things this could be useful for in crime scenes. Let's just say that.
I mean, eating all the evidence.
Yeah, my crime scene.
We are the
It's
ones
a
that
crime
made
scene.
the crime
To get rid of the
scene.
corpses. To get rid of the corpses.
Okay, let me be
But why
specific.
did we like
Fennel's
release it
crime
into the
scene.
sewers, bro? Let it eat all the
Oh.
things.
No, then we'll have two problems in the sewers.
Yeah.
But we just like bring it back if it eats the things. Boom, problem solved.
What if it doesn't want to eat those creatures and then they just coexist?
Let's just not get
Fucking
it. Let's
picky
just not get
bitch.
it.
I don't know. Like damn.
I've got
just a
two
picky
questions
user.
about items that are in the real books but aren't on this list.
Yeah.
One, is there a cloak of billowing by any chance? Because I just think that'd be really fun.
The Mantle of the Initiate has that. It's not mentioned, but it does do that as well.
But I can't afford that.
I know, but they do offer enchantments of a lesser extent. Nothing
Basically, I was wondering, could I get the enchantment for a cloak of billowing on my long coat?
Yeah, sure, they can do that for you.
Because I want to be a dramatic bastard, all right. Just have a Columbo coat that has a sense of drama.
You see, Clover looks over. I can enchant the item to be withstanding of the elements, as well as hold a very powerful silhouette.
I
Oh yeah,
could
you need
use
that.
as much help as I can get on that front. So I would definitely want to do that. The other, I'm sure you get asked this a lot, but do you sell bags of holding?
Bags of holding. We are running out, but I think I have one available. 1 second. I will come back in a minute, but just continue looking around. She heads off. You see, she heads off, but she has like not two legs. Her legs are kind of like roots that just begin to move and wiggle around, and she just makes her way to the doorway. She is like completely made of vines, and she goes to another doorway, and eventually pulls out kind of like this small box of items that have been procured. Well, I have a few things that I keep with me in case adventurers like yourselves, you seem quite outfitted for a fight, might need. So this is my reserves. She opens it up and she pulls out. This is a sack of holding, not necessarily a bag of holding. This instead can open much wider than a bag of holding, and you could put someone in there if you wish. I will not get into details.
Great.
There is also a necklace of several different elemental beads. You have Cone of Cold, Fireball, as well as a lightning, a bolt of lightning in there. These are one-use items, but they also grow back after a few days. So that is also there as an option. As well, I have these boots. And she kind of places the boots on top. These will allow you to expedite your travel, as well as cover you with a sort of disguise, if that makes sense. She gestures these three items to you. They are a little bit pricier than the items that are mentioned here. The sack of holding, not so much. That with the discount in mind, that's about 300 gold pieces. But the other two items, the necklace of the basically attacking spells, that is asking 3,000 gold pieces. 1.5
With the discount?
1.5 with the discount.
That's honestly, 3 grand is good for a regrowable gas of cone of gold alone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the boots themselves cost slightly more. They are 5,000.
Yeah,
But
that's
they allow you to disguise yourself in
No.
natural environments. So you can basically become invisible for the duration that you have them on, as well as you have an increased movement speed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want them so bad, but they're so
Okay.
And there's,
Well,
there's a
then you
little
have
bit
to
more
go
to it,
save
but-
money.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna. So I'm just gonna turn it over. Right, I think if we pull together for the Saka holding, because that's just very useful. Does anybody object to that?
No.
I'm fine with that.
No, sounds
Sure.
good.
I don't have any money on me at the moment, but I
Yeah,
can
so-
pay my part when we get my money back.
No, it's not to worry. So I've got 225 on me. Sienna, you're more. You basically got us the bike, so don't worry about contributions. You've got us transport.
Okay.
Um,
I got
Uh,
about 150.
I have 192.
I have about 150.
okay, and you said it was it 300 gold for the set?
Correct. Yeah, with the discount included.
If we put in 75 each, we've got it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
All right.
And who wants to do inventory management for the campaign?
I can do it.
Thank God.
Okay, sweet. I may say just. No, this is an in-character conversation, so I'll bring that up later. Cool. So yeah, we'll take the tag. As much as I do like these other things, it's a bit outside of the budget right now. But we'll definitely, unless someone else swipes them up, we might be coming back for the two of them at a later point. But thank you for checking in your reserves there.
No, that is fine. If you need anything else, or if you have any sort of requirements that you need, perhaps there is an item that you are looking for, I can try to get in contact with the many people that I know, as well as the liaisons back and forth, and we can try to get to something. There is an individual known as Sir Quivon. He is our ambassador. He gets back and forth with us with places and people that have items that we know, and he is a man that has scoured many different areas, so he will be able to put me in contact with them.
We'll keep that in mind. Much appreciated.
Is there anything else that you guys wish to purchase?
Yeah.
For
Not
now,
purchased directly, but I was. Go ahead.
Butter knife?
butter knife.
Okay. That's
I'm
50
sorry,
gold
that's how
pieces.
the bag of holding looks like? Ugh.
Yeah,
What?
that's
This is
the
a-
original.
It's
Where?
Yeah,
ugly.
No, but we've got sack
What?
of holding, so it
Where?
probably looks worse.
It's just
I'll
a grey
show you.
sack.
Hold on. No, it's ugly as balls.
Yeah,
What the hell is this?
It's quite like tiki design, is how I'd describe it.
What?
It looks creepy.
I mean,
Have you
it
guys
makes.
never-
Have a face.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It makes me.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that. Yeah, it's.
I love that thing.
I look at that and I think of Crash Bandicoot. So you know.
Yeah,
Win
that
for me.
is definitely Crash Bandicoot. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Who would have got?
Oh man, I really want those boots, but I have no money. I
Well,
couldn't pay
we
for it
can
even if
tell
I
them to
wanted
save
to.
it for us.
Hmm.
You know, keep it in the back.
Okay.
I had a question too.
God.
How much would it be if you were to imbue a magical item? Well, no, technically an ordinary item with the magical capabilities of something else. We came across these creatures in the sewers that have been plaguing the city, and some of them seem to have a rather adverse effect to magic. I would love to be able to use that on future potential people. And we've got these teeth. And they
Okay.
seem to have the same effects.
I myself, I deal in magic that is of the natural design. This imbuing certain requirements needs someone who masters all sort of magics. I myself cannot. I could attempt to work with brass to try and imbue it with the necessary requirements, but it is better if I have contacts, many world-renowned enchanters who I can give this to if you wish to give it to me for a few days, and they can work their magic if you want to.
Oh, well, things I would want to imbue it in my main weapon, and I can't really afford to let that go for multiple days. So, very nice offer, but no thank you.
Okay, well, they will be arriving in the next week or so. Perhaps you'll be able to run into them and ask them yourself for the enchantment.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Is there a way you could contact us once they arrive?
Yes.
We will be...
I can.
Perfect.
Okay. Is there anything else you wish to purchase? Frey, you wanted to buy the butter knife?
Yep.
Okay, that's yours, 50 gold pieces.
Done.
Anything else for anyone else?
Imagine it is literally just a kitchen knife that looks a little bit sharper than normal.
Yeah.
No, it's a knife made out of butter, and every time you try and stab to someone with it, it slips and you get a 50% chance that it hits you.
And they taste slightly better.
Oh man, Thor should have bought that.
Okay.
You get me.
Then if that's everything, you see they kind of like look over. If you're the price is a little high, there is possibility because we work with Bernard quite closely. If you need some additional discount, I can try to make an arrangement with him directly. He did say treat you guys with the greatest of respect and to listen to everything that you needed. So we trust Bernard, and if you need one of these items sooner than later, and you do not have the cash now, we may be able to do some sort of agreement so that it does not go to the next purchaser.
I think need is a strong word, but if we could work something out to maybe reserve it at the very least, and we'd be happy to do any jobs that you need doing as well, if that's what it takes.
Well, we are always in need of natural resources, so if you do find anything on your travels that may be of help, then try to sell them to us first, and we can help meet halfway for a payment. But as well, we are running low on wyvern oil. Perhaps that could be something that you can require for us. The wyvern's located just on the outside of the Alakshayr mountains, beyond the border of the city. Perhaps if you can try to get some of that. You don't have to engage in combat directly. This is an excretion that is left wherever they go. We just need several decanters of it. But if you find anything, just bring it to us and we can see what we can do for payment.
We can certainly look into it and we'll see what we can do.
What the fuck is wyvern oil? That is a nice word for wyvern.
No, just stop. Just stop.
Jesus
What is
Christ.
that? What is
Just
that?
stop.
Aren't wyverns like dragon type of things?
We'll figure it out.
I mean,
What? Where's the oil coming from?
Who cares?
Why?
You're
Why
asking questions.
Like their joints-
Stop!
their
We're
joints
not
and stuff.
entertaining this idea.
Yeah,
Stop.
no,
Yeah.
Leonie, I
Stop.
hate you for even. No, just stop. Just
they're
stop.
va-
Stop
they're
asking
vaguely
questions.
reptilian, and some reptilians do have oils, so it's
Yes.
Right.
And you know, there's also dragon fruit in real life, but it's not fruit that grows from a fucking dragon. So you know,
It's
not.
It's like snake oil. It's like
Mel,
snake oil.
that the NPC say that there's literal wyverns outside of town, and that we would be going
Say
to
hi
them.
to some. We'll be
so-
fine.
Maybe it's oil they make. You know, you never know. That comes
Maybe
out of
they have a
them.
company.
Look. All I heard was
Surprise.
that we got to go find oil. So everyone get your cowboy hats.
Oh no!
And I'm proud.
I thought
Ben is
Red
not
Tiger.
tuned in this entire conversation. He's out. He's tuned out a long time ago.
Sienna did not say that. That is me saying that.
Right, Robbie,
Yeah,
you gotta
that
get out of here.
What?
So you guys don't have anything to sell, nothing you want to get rid of, appraise, nothing. If not, then we can move on to the next thing.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Then we will move on. They kind of say their goodbyes. They kind of just send that on the last message. They'll get in contact with you directly, Sienna, for when the enchanter arrives. But yeah, you guys head out of the shop. It's now about 8-9 o'clock in the evening now. It's pretty late, but perfect time for scouring in some dingy, dodgy areas if you wanted to pursue that. If not, I ask you what you would like to do.
Why would we want to do that?
Why would we want to do? Where is this
Why
coming
would you-
from?
Why would you not want to do
Because-
that?
Of
Why
the
would you not
letter
wanna
I
do
got.
that?
Yeah, unless you want my sister to die in jail.
Oh right.
Hey, well, you
I'm
didn't
the
tell us
character.
that
I'm not
yet.
shit about that.
Yeah, I haven't told you yet, so my goal would be, regardless of whether or not you guys come along, get back to the shop, because I'm going to try and set up a disguise as like a beggar before I go over to that way. But yeah, we'd get back to the shop, I'd go, alright guys, so I did find some things, I just lay out whatever jobs to be determined later, that we can go over for some pay, but I got a thing that's a bit more pressing, and the general gist of what's going on with my sister. Well, I've got 2 weeks now to get evidence to help exonerate her, and I have the beginnings of a lead. Specifically, someone, well, the priest of Evandra. He brought the evidence to light. He pushed for it to be, for Kiv to be ousted. So I'm basically going to go to rougher side of town, see if I can't find any other priests of Evandra. I don't think that if they are involved, they'd let Kiv be left to her own devices, even if she is locked up. So I'm going to see if I can't find them the long way around. So just go where they'd be and find them from there. With that in mind, I'm going to be putting together a bit of disguise and having a look around in those parts. If anybody wants to lend me a hand, it would be much appreciated.
I think Thorn takes off her shaggy, dirty cloak and just offers it to you.
Okay, nah. I've got ones that are my size. Yeah. But mostly, I'd like somebody to keep an eye out while I do it, because I can't exactly dress as a beggar and have my weapon, because that's not exactly a cheap thing.
You could hide it.
Yeah, if I'm searched though, if I find anything and they do a pat down, I could justify a knife, but that's about it.
Thorn speaks up, she's like, I can hold it, and her pupils are wide again. She really wants to hold that thing.
Alternatively,
I'm going to lock it up in the safe.
I could hold it.
Yeah.
I can come along.
Okay, now, Sienna, I know you're good in fight, I know you used to be a guard. How are you at blending in and not drawing attention?
Meh.
Okay, so...
I mean, I'm not horrible at it.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that you're shitty, it's not come up. I was thinking...
I'm actually not horrible at it. I have a +5.
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
wow.
I have proficiency in stealth. Why the fuck do I do that?
Yeah, I had to roll stealth for you last session. I was like, why do you have proficiency in it?
I think this is more deception because it's disguises. But yeah, whatever.
Equally proficient in that.
Christ Almighty, what can't Sienna do?
Yeah,
lot.
a lot. Oh my goodness. Didn't know you were that kind of person.
Right. Well,
I think it's literally with my brain being like, okay, as I was a guard, what kind of stuff would I have learned as a guard? And then I just ticked those proficiency. Was like, that works.
Yeah. So I was thinking that a couple of us, dressed like the locals, try and get the attention. A lot of the priests of Evandra are trying to help the less fortunate, and while I don't want to think the entire faith is in on it, it's probably the best way to start and looking like the kind of people they'd help. Good way to go about it. So I was thinking a couple of us dressed like that, get their attention, find out try and find maybe if they've got a place they go or something like that, and go from there. And the rest kind of mill about, just be ready to lend a hand if things go south. I'd probably... Sienna, okay, I want you to be in the second part because I trust you to not try and shoot my gun.
I would never dare. Actually, because I think I would hit a civilian rather than a villain. So
Yeah,
I think Thorn's just like, was that aimed at me?
it's not aimed at Sienna.
I'm just gonna move past that.
I could do disguising as well if you want me to.
Yeah,
Do I really need a disguise?
Yeah, you already quite looked the part.
What does that mean?
I could do
no.
with the disguise.
No.
Ford.
Me.
Ford literally just said, "Here's my ratty ass cloak."
Oh, I said I could
Yeah,
also
look
do
at
the
me.
disguising bit, and then you said
Yeah,
you already looked the part.
Yeah, then
No, and then Thor said.
Yes, I did.
Oh, I did
did
not
say
hear
something.
gas. It was
Yeah,
like
my bad. My
I
bad.
did not make up
Yeah.
this entire look for you to
My
call me a fucking homo.
Anyway, and Fennell, you're pretty sneaky in the traditional sense. I was thinking
I am,
maybe you
but
get on the
I
roof or
could
something
do-
like you did.
Yeah, but I could do with a disguise.
Frey, your mouse moving. I can't
You're
hear you.
muted.
I should not be muted.
You're muted on Discord.
Frey, you're muted.
Oh, no.
I definitely-
No, it's taking over.
Muted.
You're muted on Discord. I can
You're
hear. You're
There we go,
muted. There
sorry
you go.
about
The streamer has been hearing him the whole time, and now we look like assholes
Yeah.
who didn't respond to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I could do with a disguise. I've got my
Yeah.
clothes. My clothes don't blend in with the vibe that you're talking about.
Yeah, you do look a bit fancy. So yeah, okay. We'll get some disguises sorted. Essentially, just try and look, well, dirty. Not like that,
that
you
hard.
sick fucks.
Who was thinking that?
Nobody was
No
thinking
one.
that until you said that.
No,
It was just you, bro.
I mean, yeah, Leonie started giggling, so that's,
I was thinking
Leonie,
it.
she giggles at everything.
That's true.
Right, yeah, we'll do that. Sienna, I'm gonna hand you. If anyone has a noticeable weapon that you wouldn't find on somebody who's not doing so well, hand it to Sienna so that if something goes south, we can get our weapons quickly. They're not on the other side of the city.
Gives crossbow to Sienna that I have
Same.
for some fucking reason.
I remember. That.
Wait, is it a big one or is it a hand crossbow?
I believe it's a light crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God! Imagine I'm trying to like stand suddenly in a corner, like I'm like casually in a corner,
No,
and then
no,
I just
Yeah.
bang loud and gigantic.
Anyway, here's the pistol, and here's the glaive I keep forgetting about.
I mean, you're already
leave
carrying
some
a
of the
giant
stuff
sword.
We can leave some of the stuff here.
Yes.
You guys know
Yeah,
that.
I don't need to
Yeah, I'm
bring
not
the
gonna
blade.
bring
You
my
just leave
quarter
the
staff. I'm just gonna leave it.
To be honest, the
Dennis had a
quarterstaff-
staff this entire time, guys.
Yeah, but just pretend to have an old leg injury. You can keep the staff.
As you're like preparing all of these things and leaving some stuff behind, you do see Samara looking over everything as kind of, Okay, so you're going to be heading out. Is there anything you need me to do?
So I've gotten rid of all the jobs that have like timed out or just wouldn't be worth the effort for the pay they've suggested. If you could sort these out and just see if you can get a more background on them, that'd be appreciated because we're probably going to end up doing some, if not all, of these.
A little bit of investigative work. I'd love to. Okay.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
You see, as this is happening, Snow Bear will look up. And Thudane, what am I going to do? Honestly, I'm too cute. So should I just help Samara?
As he says that, I'm going to look at Samara to see what their reaction to hearing that is.
She seems indifferent.
We could put him in the satchel.
Oh yes,
We
put me in the bag.
Is
They
that
said we
safe?
could put. He's
Yeah,
fine.
I don't want to put him in an interdimensional space in case it plays havoc with what's keeping him alive.
Let's try it. Thorn is already picking up Snowbird. Let's just try it.
Let's
No,
do
no,
it.
no, I have the bag, and I'm not letting you put him in.
Risky attempt.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah,
No.
no, you put down my bear, or I'm gonna, you're gonna be going without a hand. We'll see if the tiger can grow that back.
They might have
You
they might
are
have a
not
point here.
cutting off a hand.
It's for science. What if the tiger grows it back?
It is
I'm not a lizard.
science.
It's not a. For fuck's sake.
Well, I'll just stay here with Samara then.
Yeah, just give her a hand on
Keep eye on the
information.
base.
Yeah.
Can
Good
I
luck.
whisper? Damn it!
Yeah.
I was gonna whisper to Snowbear before I put him down. Hey, just try and jump in, just at least once.
I will. Don't worry.
Okay, good. I'll put him down. I'll put him down.
And also, I think let's do this tomorrow because I'm gonna be able to fight this morning. Tapped out all my magic.
Yeah, I'm out
Oh yeah.
completely too.
All right.
I can't complain.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, I mean, my face was half melted, but they fixed that. So
Yeah, they fixed that, Also, it's more than half.
I have one spell slot and no bardic inspiration, so I don't want to be
I have
doing
nothing.
anything
Oh, yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah.
I have
I
nothing.
have the same
Absolutely
stuff as
fuck
I
all.
usually do because I always have nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, the fighters are
So-
cool. We're fine.
So you're gonna have a long rest then.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So the four of us are heading back to the
The
hotel.
resort.
and
Yeah.
The resort.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Thanks for the spa. Okay, then we'll just kind of cut through that quickly. So you head back to the spa, you find your rooms that you have, you all spend a night of rest.
Question.
But,
Oh,
yes.
never mind. Go
Question.
on, go on.
It's actually going to be for you, Robbie.
Oh,
Okay, great. I was gonna ask, do you need sleep for the long rest?
So as you begin to go to bed, again, a long rest is 8 hours. So by the time you go to bed at 10, wake up, it's about the morning, so it's a proper rest. So you find your beds. But for Ven, as you're sat wandering and then fall asleep with Fennell in the same room, you find those images again flashing back and forth. The images of a face, Frederick, a face that you're very familiar with. You see it flash and flash between him and Rika. There's that moment where that kind of connection where you would seem that there's some sort of similarity between the two. And it holds itself with those two images there and then. And then you see this expression of pain on the face from both of them as the skin itself seems to be tearing apart as they push away to the sides. You just see the sinew of skin pushing and pushing like dough, beginning to break apart. And as they pull, you begin to notice that there is something pulling them apart. You see to the left, a shadowy hand grips around the face. On the other side, another shadowy hand gripping. And you begin to hear a familiar voice. It seems that there is more to this than we first thought. I'm sorry I was gone, but I'm back. As it pulls away further and further, you hear the voice change into one that's more feminine. Don't think that I wasn't far away. I just needed some time to myself for reflection. And something truly inspirational has happened. Yes, Frederick. And you're seeing the pain expression across his face as well as Ricker as they're being pulled apart in space. You see as though something else is appearing through the center. That he has been dealing with magic, but not of his own creation. There's something sinister about him, but also it seems to be a punishment. Something that I can understand. It keeps pulling and pulling. Between the two faces that you see here, a third one begins to show itself and push its way through the skin that's being ripped apart. And eventually the two faces are torn apart and disappear into the void. And one that's left standing is one that you had noted with familiarity. The biker that had gotten in the way of the one talking to Thorn. Something, the features are almost identical yet again.
What?
And you just see as the hair begins to get rubbed in by the shadowy hand. It's all very complicated. But don't worry. You have me to help guide you. And that's where we're going to end today's episode. By also, you level up to level 5.
Yay! Another one! Ben's just going to have to turn into a serial killer at this point.
Yeah.
Fuck! You know, he didn't even get to hug them. What, could I say that he hugged them at one point while they're talking? He's just like a fucking leech, just like not letting go, like, yeah, keep talking.
whatever.
Sure thing.
What the fuck?
Hey, you can once again chop him off of something. Like, you can get in on like a romantic ride on a hoverbike, and then you can chop him off.
Yeah.
Thank you for the idea. I'll keep that in mind.
Jack, you can reroll ones, don't forget, when you level up.
Thank God.
As these guys begin to level up their characters behind the scenes, we will end today's session here. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Stay tuned for next time we play, as well as our Instagram account, social media, all the good stuff. But yeah, thank you for joining, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.
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 Holy crap! Holy crap! What a session!
Lord. Oh, whoops! I fucked up something.
There we go.
Fucky wucky.
I will
Oh my
also be
God.
heading off now.